And college football is back, everybody. Glad to have you back on the stream today here, as this game is at Minneapolis, Minnesota, TCF Bank Stadium for a Big Ten college football matchup on Thursday Night Football going down. Week 1 of the college football season has begun. As part of this special live stream, I'll be covering my play-by-play live reactions to this matchup. Ohio State, 33 straight seasons ranked in the preseason top 25. They start off at number 4 inside the preseason poll for the Buckeyes, as Ohio State on the road today, taking on Minnesota to start off the season. Under head coach Ryan Day for the Buckeyes, 23-2 overall in his 4th season for Ohio State, as he is going up against Minnesota. Their head coach PJ Fleck, 26-19, his overall record, 5th season for the Golden Gophers, as we are going down with a terrific Big Ten matchup to start off the season. If you guys are new in the stream here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys back on the channel once again. Looks like a full packed house here in Minnesota for this matchup as the Buckeyes road team take the field. Jay Ramirez, Malika, Eugene, glad to have you guys in the stream. Zach Wilson for MVP, welcome in. Lucas, what's good? Glad to have you guys be a part here. Yeah, I wanted to do something different tonight for college football, because I'm actually covering a football game in person later on Thanksgiving, so I want to be able to get some stuff down here, start to build up a cadence for myself, and be able to get into a rhythm when I actually am able to cover big games coming up in a little bit. But yeah, my main sport's actually college basketball, and the NBA is my top 2 sports, but I do cover other streams too of other sports as well, football and baseball. I've covered quite a bit lately since we're in the off season. I've also covered a little bit of NASCAR and lacrosse before. What's good, baby Illinois? Welcome to the stream. Things going pretty well. Abbreviated schedule last season in the Big Ten. Ohio State made it all the way to the national championship game. 7-1 record, 5-0 in Big Ten play in 2020. Winners against Clemson in the college football playoff semifinals in the Sugar Bowl, 49-28. And they came up short against Alabama. National championship game, Crimson Tide winning 52-24. But Ohio State looking to see if they can be right back into the college football playoff 4 again, as the road to that starts off right now tonight. For Minnesota, 3-4 record. They lost 2 games in overtime to Maryland and Wisconsin by a close margin for both of those matchups. Minnesota was ranked the season prior in 2019. And for Ohio State, they put multiple players in the NFL draft. In the 2021 draft, they had as many as they were tied with Alabama. Both of them, Alabama and Ohio State, entered in 10 NFL draft picks in the 2021 draft, tied for the most picks for any program for this past draft. Some of the key players here for today as we look at it: the new quarterback CJ Stroud, as he is a freshman redshirt 4-star recruit from Rancho Cucamonga, California, as he will get his first start at quarterback in place today of what they had from last year. Justin Fields going 11th to Chicago. What's good, my man? John from Off the Wall Hockey. Glad to have you in the channel, man. Yeah, good to see some Thursday night football here before the actual NFL starts up next week. So I wanted to get some football into me. I'm actually covering football in person on Thanksgiving, so I wanted to be able to do some games off of here. I'm going to be covering quite a bit of college football coming up, like the next couple days, next few weeks or so, and then we'll mix it in with basketball when it comes back on in October, and then a couple other sports too I want to do, because I'm going to be covering those in person like later when we get into spring or so. A little bit of baseball as well. Yeah, this is a pretty good start what they have for college football. Minnesota, with their fans in the stands, they are rocking right now. TCF Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Man, what a sight to see. College football is back, full packed house. This is awesome. Yo, hopefully. Hopefully they're able to cover that and win by 14, more than 14 in this one for you. Nice rainy day up in Minnesota for this one to play. As it is teed up, we are getting underway in just a moment to go live in this matchup. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Glad that football is back once again in any sort of capacity. And Ohio State will kick things off to start. Minnesota back to return. As Minnesota will field it at their own 7. And they will go for a fair catch for Minnesota as they will start off first. So their quarterback comes onto the field. This is Tanner Morgan, 16. He's 18-8. For a record as a starter, 46 touchdown passes in his career to 18 picks. And this is one of multiple seniors on this Minnesota roster as far as impact players for this Golden Gophers team. Tanner Morgan at QB, Mohamed Ibrahim in the backfield, Chris Autumn-Bell set up as a wide receiver, and then Mariano Sori-Martin in the linebacker core, same as Boye Mafe on the defensive line. So those are some of the impact players. Multiple seniors as far as impact players. First play, rush up the middle as they'll take it for about a gain of 3 in the carry for Minnesota. Morgan from the gun. 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at Minnesota's 28. Morgan takes the snap. Play action. Looking to his left. Morgan will step up. He's going to scramble. Down the right side of the hashes. Slides. First down. As he will get about a gain of 9 in the carry for Morgan. Takes it to around a Minnesota 37. What's good, Kara Ehino Joso? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys back in. Yeah, I'm not actually sure myself there with Shroud. Minnesota picks up their first down in the matchup. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Morgan from the gun. He's got 2 wide to his left. In motion is running back Ibrahim now to his left side. 1 wide to the right. Morgan takes a snap from the gun. Hand off to Ibrahim up the middle. Powers right past the 40, diving forward to around the 41-yard line. That will bring up a 2nd down and 6 coming up at the Golden Gophers 41. Solid start to this drive from Minnesota, chunking off plays so far. Yet to see a passing play from scrimmage, though. So we'll look to see if we can see that through the air from Minnesota. If they do get behind, we'll see that a lot tonight. Morgan from the gun. Ibrahim lined up to his left. Again, handoff to Ibrahim. Takes it to the right side, diving forward. And that'll be about a gain of 4 in the carry. This will bring up about a 3rd and 2. Minnesota already converting on 1 first down. We'll see if they can make it a 2nd here at a 3rd and short. Ball spotted just shy of midfield. They have to get to the 47 for the first down. It's at the 45. In motion. They'll go HB direct up the middle, and they get it for the first down, diving forward to the 48. Gain of 3 in the rush. That is Ibrahim, impact running back for Minnesota. Ibrahim ranked 11th in rushing yards in 2020 and 5th in rushing touchdowns with over 1,000 rushing yards, 15 rushing touchdowns despite only playing 7 games in 2020 in an abbreviated Big Ten schedule. 1st and 10, 2nd first down of the game for Minnesota, moving the chains. Under 12 minutes left to go in the first. Morgan from the gun. Takes a snap. Handoff again up the draw to Ibrahim. He rushes as he is swarmed for about a gain of 1. Runs into a pile of white jerseys. Brings up a 2nd and 9. What's good, Badger, and welcome to the stream. Happy Thursday night. Glad that football is back here. College football, NFL is coming back next week. Always a great season. Fall time is so nice. It seemed like it turned a corner today. So nice. It was like a week ago. So hot and humid here. And today it was like 70 degrees and nice and refreshing outside. 2nd and 9 at the Minnesota 49. First passing play possibly. Instead, Morgan will scramble. Takes it to the right of the hashes. Diving forward. Flag goes down. Morgan rushes for around a gain of 5. Takes it to the Ohio State 46. There's a flag down. This might be a helmet-to-helmet hit by the Buckeyes. We'll see what the call is. And it is, leading with a crown on the tackle. That is an automatic first down from Minnesota. Third first down picked up on this drive. Let's see who it was in the replay. 35 coming in. It was the late hit. Below 35, number 3, defensive back or linebacker. Taraja Mitchell was the one leading in with a crown and a helmet. Automatic first down for Minnesota. 11:03 left to go in the first. Golden Gophers moving the ball pretty well in their first possession here. They've yet to pass it so far either. Muhammad Ibrahim, running back. Out in the backfield for the senior back. 5 carries so far, 15 rushing yards. Getting helped out by that penalty to get the first down. Tanner Morgan, quarterback for Minnesota, scrambled for a rush of 9. What's good? George in the stream. Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the channel. If you're new here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Majority of my content's actually basketball games, but since we're in the off season, I plan on covering other sports. College football, NFL. I've covered baseball before too. Lacrosse a couple times for NASCAR. So I've covered different sports in there as well. Vegas, what's good, man? Glad to see football is back. So this was a review by Ohio State, targeting review on the field. And that will be by the referee. The call on the field was the player, Taraja Mitchell, linebacker for Ohio State, will not be disqualified due to targeting. So play will still play on. They will take the penalty away. This is big for Ohio State. The penalty for targeting gets taken away. Mitchell still kept into the game, and Ohio State wins the challenge as Minnesota did not get a first down from it. Now it's 3rd and 4 Minnesota. Ball spotted at the Ohio State 46. Morgan hands it off on the draw up the middle, and that is a first down. Ibrahim rushes forward to around the 38-yard line of Buckeye territory. Gain of 8 on the carry and gets the first down. Wow, Mark Vital signing with the Seahawks practice squad. That's crazy, man. He goes from playing basketball with Baylor to signing with Seattle. That is interesting right there. Playing for the NFL. You can see the physicality of him was through the chains in the tournament. Like, he was on a whole nother level. Absolutely grown man right there by Mark Vital for Baylor's. This rush going nowhere. It goes backwards. About a loss of 4 and a carry, gets blown up in the backfield. And that was Mitchell. Number 3, the linebacker for Ohio State, who had his targeting call reversed in the field, the one who comes in and gets the tackle. What's good, Packer Taco Gamer in the stream? Welcome in. Oh, the schedule looks really good. So many great games. That Christmas slate looks incredible. 2nd and 13 for Minnesota. Ball spotted at the Buckeyes 41. Morgan going from the gun. Takes a snap. Back to pass, drifting back on his back foot, and that ball is tipped, deflected, almost intercepted. Goes down to the ground as that ball was batted down by the defensive tackle, Ty Hamilton for Ohio State. And it will bring up now a 3rd down and long. Warren, what's good, man? Glad to have you back at the stream. Hope all is going well with college. XINT Eagle on the stream. Welcome in, taking Ohio State here. If you're new in the channel, type in who you got in this one, who you're rooting for. Ohio State or Minnesota, 3rd and 13. Ball spotted at the Buckeyes 41-yard line. Minnesota with the ball. Morgan from the gun. Ibrahim will set out wide in motion this time towards his right. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Takes a snap, Morgan looking right. Flushed out to his right by Morgan. Throws on a run down the right sideline. Incomplete. And this will bring up a 4th and long for Minnesota going down the field. And then their drive stalls out. And the Golden Gophers will look to punt this one away with 9:10 left to go in the first. Back to punt this football away. At his own 45-yard line, the punter, Mark Crawford, sophomore for Minnesota. As he angles this punt towards his right, inside the 10, and fair catch at around the 8-yard line by Ohio State. And that's where they'll start it off. Inside their own territory at the Buckeyes 8 to start off their first drive of the game. Ohio State's defense makes a stand. Big stop and a loss of 3 on the rush. And then 2 straight incompletions, a batted ball down at the line of scrimmage, and then flushed out to his right. Morgan throws the incompletion. Tanner Morgan 0 for 2 passing in this game as the rushing stalled out. And now Ohio State with their first drive coming up right after the timeout. So swap between teams here in the field. We got 9:10 left to go in the first. Buckeyes will have their first drive coming up here in just a couple moments. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys be a part here in the stream today. Over 50 people watching now. Incredible, everybody. For some college football to start off. Braden, what's good, man? Get the first look on CJ Stroud coming up for the Buckeyes. I heard, dude. Hopefully everything goes well for you. Send my best of luck to you, man. Quick update, top 25 action going on right now. Number 22 ranked Coastal Carolina leading the Citadel 28-0. Boise State UCF, that game has been delayed out in Orlando due to lightning. Number 24 Utah trailing against Weber State right now 7-3. That game has been delayed too due to weather. It's in the first quarter. North Carolina State up against South Florida 17-0. And then Tennessee with a touchdown. They're up against Bowling Green 7-zip. What's good? Corey in the stream. Welcome in. So we got a couple games, looks like, in delays currently. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good get right there for Brooklyn. To get Paul Millsap, another vet on the team. That's huge. Hey, that's good there, Braden. That must have been quite the scare. Stroud comes out. He'll start his first drive as a Buckeye at their own 8-yard line to start out now for Ohio State. Stroud takes a snap, looks to his left, fires left complete. Around a gain of 7 on the catch. First catch recorded to the wide receiver, Garrett Wilson, for the Buckeyes. And it will bring up now a 2nd down and 3 at Ohio State's 15. Looking right, screens it out to his right. Flag is down, though. This will be a false start for Ohio State as they went with a hurry-up offense. Pushes them back 5. This will be a 2nd down and 8 coming up. What's good? Vaughn in the stream. Welcome in, man. Glad to have some college football back. Full pack stands out here in Minnesota. 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the Buckeyes 10. From the gun is Stroud. Lined up to his left. His running back, Stroud play action. Passes to his right side. Stiff arm complete, 1st down. Gain of 10 on the reception. That goes to Jackson Smith for the catch. Number 11 moves the chains for the Buckeyes. Once again, they are going hurry up for Ohio State. In motion towards his right is Wilson. 2 wide to the left. Ohio State takes a snap. Play action to Williams. Back to pass in the pocket. Fires deep down the right sideline. And that is incomplete off the fingertips. Garrett Wilson had a step or two behind his defensive back in coverage. And that one, he could have taken to the house if he hadn't laid out for that ball. It went off of his back part of his hands. It looked like incomplete. To his fingertips were on it. That just went through the hands of Wilson. That is one you have to catch. It is raining over in Minneapolis right now, so the rain having quite a bit of effect on that one. But if that's a clear day, that ball is caught, and if he regains his stride, that is basically taken to the house, most likely. Here's a rush taken for about a gain of 7 on the carry by the running back, Mayan Williams, freshman, redshirt. And this will bring up now a 3rd down and 3 for the Buckeyes. Ohio State with the ball spotted at their own 28. Handoff down the right sideline. 40, 45, 50 for Williams. Past midfield. 35, 30, 20, 15. He is broken it loose for the touchdown. Mayan Williams with a big touchdown rush in his 2nd carry of the game for the Buckeyes as they lead at 6-zip. Minnesota was completely faked in that last play. They thought that Stroud had kept the ball, and Williams gets the ball on a running back draw towards the right side. The whole defense goes to Ohio State's left side and completely gaffes on seeing that Williams was the ball carrier. And Williams down the right sideline takes it to the house for a massive touchdown rush. The snap, the hold, the kick, that is up and that is through. And the Buckeyes are up 7-0. Just like that, broken loose. And the number 1 offense in the conference by far from last season, it is back and it leads early 7-zip. Oh, wow, that is huge there, that Aldridge got clearance to play again. That's massive there. A rushing touchdown to 71 yards by Williams. 2 carries for 79 total on the ground. CJ Stroud goes his first drive. 2 passes for 2 completions for 18 passing yards out of 3 attempts. One of those an 11-yard catch down the right sideline to Jackson Smith. And then a 7-yard catch to Garrett Wilson. So Minnesota with their rush versus pass differential so far in this game. Minnesota rushing the ball 9 times so far. They were top 5 in the Big Ten when it came to rushing on the back of Muhammad Ibrahim this past season. And for Tanner Morgan, he only attempted 2 passes, yet to complete a pass so far. He was fantastic back in 2019. He threw 30 touchdown passes to only 7 picks for Morgan for 2019. Last season, though, he struggled, though. Just 7 touchdown passes to 5 picks. What's good, JK in the stream? Welcome in. 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. Didn't take long for Ohio State to score their first touchdown. It was on a 5-play drive consisting of 92 yards, lasting a minute 42. Yeah, they'll probably, for Oklahoma, I'm going to say they'll probably, I think they'll probably go into the college football playoff for this year to make it at least to the semifinals. So I think they're probably going to get one loss for Oklahoma. What's good? D-Ray in the stream. Welcome in. Ooh, welcome in. Tribe on the stream. I'll probably go LSU in that one if I had to predict. Five playing 92 yards in that drive. Lasting under 2 minutes for Ohio State. As it teed up, getting ready to get back into this game. 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. And this ball gets booted away. Minnesota back to return. And they will call a fair catch at their own 7-yard line. And the Gophers once again will start off at their own 25. So 9 rushing plays in their first drive for Minnesota compared to just 2 passes. Morgan went 0 for 2. Yeah, that should definitely be Florida in that one. So right now we're just on another media break, and then we'll get back for Minnesota's second drive of the game coming up right after the media break. Quick update, Boise State against UCF. That game's still delayed due to lightning at UCF Stadium. Coastal Carolina crushing the Citadel 31-0. Number 24 ranked Utah trailing against Weber State 7-3. That game is delayed as well. It's at Utah. North Carolina State up against South Florida 17-0. And then Tennessee tacks on another touchdown. 13-0 Tennessee up against Bowling Green. I'll take UNC tomorrow. That should actually be a pretty good game, hopefully. I heard that Sam Howell's got like the 5th best odds to win Heisman coming in for this upcoming season. So still in the timeout currently as we are swapping between Minnesota coming back onto the field with their offense right after the break. And here they come out onto the field once again, Minnesota, with their quarterback Tanner Morgan, looking for a much better second drive of this game. He went 0 for 2 passing, with his drive stalling out. It was right past midfield on Ohio State's side of their territory, around the Buckeyes 40, where it stalled in the last drive. Ibrahim getting 6 carries so far. Play differential, 9 rushes for Minnesota on their first drive to 2 passes as we get back to action here. Minnesota will start off at their own 25. Snap to Morgan, flushed out to his right, passes. And that pass is bobbled and dropped incomplete. Intended for the freshman wideout, Brady Boyd. And this will bring up a 2nd and 10. Morgan again from the gun. Ball spotted at their own 25. 1 wide to the left, 2 bunched up to the right. He's got Ibrahim in the backfield. Play action to Ibrahim. Fires to the right by Morgan. That pass is complete. First down. Shoved out of bounds. And that is a catch. It goes for 1st and 10 Minnesota. Gain of 13. Puts the ball at the Minnesota 38. That is Dylan Wright who got the catch. What's good, Cody in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks so much for the update there. Dylan Wright, sophomore redshirt from Minnesota. Now it's at their own 38 from the gun Morgan. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Morgan takes a snap. Hand off to Ibrahim. Bounces towards his right and stuffed right back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Converging on the tackle, that was Antoine Jackson for the Buckeyes defense, along with Tyreek Smith, senior defensive end for Ohio State, both converging to stuff Ibrahim, the running back from Minnesota, at the line of scrimmage. Morgan from the gun, 2 wide to the left. 2nd down and long for Minnesota. Ball spotted at their own 39-yard line. He's got 1 wide to the right as well. Play action, looking right, passing right. That ball is complete. And about a gain of 6 in the catch. This will spot the ball at the 45-yard line. And this will bring up now a 3rd and 3 for Minnesota from their own 45. That catch, the second one of the game, goes to Dylan Wright from Minnesota. Ibrahim lined up in the backfield. He is behind Morgan in the single set back formation. HB direct up the middle, and he gets stuffed again. That will be about a loss of 1 on a rush off the HB direct by Ibrahim, and Ohio State shuts the door with their defense and brings up another big stop in the 3rd down. Coming forward, getting past his blocker, number 9 defensive end Zach Harrison was the one to blow that one up in the backfield. Him, number 41, Josh Proctor, senior safety, was in converging to make the tackle too. So Minnesota once again back to punt away this football. Mark Crawford standing at his own 31-yard line. He gets the snap, boots it away at his own 35. Ohio State back to return, drifting to his left, and that should be a fair catch interference. There's no flag down. That clearly looked like fair catch interference, and this ball will be spotted inside the Ohio State 5-yard line. It looked like he called from the angle that I saw, and the ball went over the return man's head, and he just got leveled. But there was no flag for it, so Ohio State will have the ball. They are pinned deep inside their own territory when they start out coming up in their drive. What's good, Jose in the stream? Welcome in, man. Glad to have you back on the channel. Lorenzo, what's good here from Spain? Hey, there you go. Vaughn doing some online college. Best of luck this year in college for you, man. We'll have to see. Only time will tell, I guess, for when I cover golf. Okay, so this ball will be spotted at the Ohio State 9-yard line. That's where they'll start off in the next drive. We have 4:37 left to go in the first quarter. Quick update, 71-yard touchdown run for Ohio State by their running back freshman, Mayan Williams. He's got 2 rushes for a total of 79 on the ground. CJ Stroud, 2 pass completions, 18 passing yards so far. And then Ohio State's defense coming up with 2 big stops, forcing punting situations both of the times. What's good, Denvan? Welcome to stream. Glad to have you back on the channel. Ajave, welcome to stream. This game is on Fox if you're trying to look for it. So some Thursday night football. A rare Thursday night football college game that gets some big-time national TV attention like this one. Week 1 of the NCAA football season getting underway tonight. Last week was actually called Week 0 that they had it. The games are getting earlier and earlier. I think 2 years ago there was a game that played on like August 17th. I think it was Arizona that played 2 years ago on like an August 17th or something. It's getting earlier for college football every single year. So set deep back in his own territory. Once again, this drive will start out at the 8-yard line, just like it did in the last drive. Stroud from the gun. He's got the running back this time, Master Teague III, junior running back, lined up to his left. 3 wide to the right. Looking right, screens it off to the right. Past the 10, down the right sideline, and swung on the bounce around the 15-yard line. That is a catch of around 6 on the catch. It goes to Garrett Wilson, second grab of the game for Ohio State. Jose's watching baseball here as well, earlier on TV. Awesome, man. Bradley, what's good here? Second down and short coming up for the Buckeyes. Ball spotted at their own 15-yard line. Stroud from the gun. Wide receiver in motion towards his left. That's a tight end, Cade Stover. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Teague in the draw, and Teague has enough. Takes it right to the first down marker. Should be enough to get him to the 19-yard line. First down, Buckeyes. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can get soccer sometime. I hope to sometime or so. I'm trying to pick up tennis so I can do a little bit of the U.S. Open. I'll probably cover that, might be able to cover that over the weekend during the day or early next week probably. From the gun, Stroud, play action. Takes it from the pocket, clear pocket, steps up, fires, down the left sideline, incomplete, overshoots his intended wide receiver, Wilson, and it will bring up a second down and 10. I'm also trying to get volleyball down because I see a lot of the openings that I've been available to like call games at other schools. They're not only looking for like basketball, baseball, which are like the 2 main ones that I'm looking to go for, but they're also looking for like volleyball too. And I want to learn like a fall sport or so to maybe do one like later in the season or so. So I'm trying to see if I can get that down too. 3:26 left to go in the first. Stroud takes the snap from the gun. Hand off to Teague on the draw left side, past the 20, 25, and he gets chopped up around the 26-yard line. Carry of around 6 on the rush. And this will bring up about a 3rd and 4 at the Ohio State 26. Oh, that's awesome there for you, Jose. Going back to Oklahoma. Best of luck there, man. Crowd on his feet here. Minnesota looking for a stop for their defense. Buckeyes looking to keep it going for Ohio State, up 7-0. From the gun is Stroud. Lined up to his left, running back Teague. Stroud takes a snap, handoff to Teague, up the middle, first down. And takes it past the 35-yard line, tackled around the 37. As that is a rush, about a gain of 10 in the carry, and the draw up the middle by Teague. Great job for the offensive line to move that hole. Gets a clearance right on in front by Teague. Big gap. Sees the opening and takes full advantage of it with a burst of speed up the middle. First and 10 now for Minnesota, for Ohio State. Ball spotted at their own 36-yard line. Two wide lined up as far as receivers to the right, one to the left. Teague in the backfield. Hand off to Teague to the right side of the hashes as he bulldozes his way forward for around a gain of 3 and a carry. Rushes to the 39. This will bring up now a 2nd down and 7 as the clock ticks under 2 minutes left to play in the first. Ohio State already with 127 yards. 79 of those by Mayan Williams, running back in the first drive. From the gun, Stroud to play action in the pocket. Steps up, and he fires deep down the field. It's up and overshoots his intended wide receiver, but there's a flag down. Jostling in the secondary around the 15-yard line, intended wide receiver Chris Olave. Him and his defensive back, number 4, Terrell Smith, were battling for, and Smith reaching in a lot to Olave to try to see if he can slow him down. So this should be a new set of downs for Ohio State. That clearly looks like it was on Smith for Minnesota. Reaching in, grabbing his right arm just all over him. That's clearly pass interference, and that is a new set of downs for the Buckeyes. 1st and 10. Ohio State moves the chains via penalty, 15-yard penalty in college football, not a spot foul like the NFL. Now the ball spotted at the Minnesota 46. Hand off to Teague once again off the draw, tripped up around the 43. Rush a 3, and this will bring up now a 2nd and 7 coming up for the Buckeyes. I watch a little bit of it. I watch, I start to, get into, the bobsled and luge. Those two events are pretty cool. Whenever snowboarding's on, I usually watch that, too. Ohio State keeps on managing this clock as it's almost down to 30 seconds. From the gun, Stroud, play action. This gets whistled down, though. We'll check the flag. The ball was snapped with about 3 seconds left in the play clock. And this will be a timeout called before the snap. It's on Minnesota. So Minnesota burns their first time out of the game as we have 31 seconds left to go. Yeah, Vegas watching this one on TV, watching my stream too. That is cool there. A lot of people seem like they do that. Vaughn hates curling. Yeah, that's the only time that I ever get to see it is when they play or do curling in the Olympics. Different type of sport. I've never gotten into it. Ohio State has the ball at the Minnesota 43, screens out to the left. Makes a move past one man, diving to the first down marker. And they will get there. That is Chris Olave moving forward to the first down marker with a nice move on his defensive back. As this clock will now tick under 15 seconds in the first. And Ohio State will not get this play off. So we have closed down the first quarter now. 7-0 Buckeyes, and courtesy of a Mayan Williams 71-yard rushing touchdown down the right sideline to the house. Ohio State once again with a football. They are driving. As we have closed out on the first quarter in this matchup, Buckeyes will get the ball back. Starting off the second, new 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 36. I'll probably have to go with black right there, Lorenzo. Yeah, I actually don't get the SEC network where I am. I'm probably just going to cover the night game on Saturday because I'll be out. I'm going to be out like most of the day on Saturday or so. I got like a lot going on, especially like the next few months or so. I think I'm going to have like a busy probably Thanksgiving break or so because I saw the schedule for like in-person basketball games at a couple of the colleges that I was able to get. And they got like a lot of stuff that week. And then also I got the Thanksgiving game that I'm doing for football that week. Yeah, Vaughn likes figure skating there. They usually put that on TV though, like in the winter from time to time. Like even in like non-winter Olympic years, they usually put that on. I'm just going to get some info in this Boise State UCF game. I believe right now it's still delayed. I'm going to double check on that. Yeah, that game is still delayed. They're doing a live looking at Tennessee up 14-0 against Bowling Green currently because Boise State versus UCF has been delayed due to lightning. Coastal Carolina in the third quarter leading the Citadel 31-0. And Utah, who is ranked number 24, they are still delayed. And Utah is trailing 7-3 against Weber State. Oh, that's awesome there, Vegas. Yeah, if she's on like a sports team or so, I might be calling a game for her. If she plays on like a sports team. Yeah, I remember that. Last year you were in Oklahoma. You're happy to be back soon. That's great. Yeah, it's quite a road to ESPN there, Vaughn. Have to call games in person first. What's good, Slot King in the stream? Welcome in. I don't have like any like team that I'm like a big favorite of. I probably have to say, since it's local, I would say Boston College, but it's college football like doesn't compare to what the NFL is over here. Like everything's like Patriots football over here where I am. When I was younger though, when I was in middle school, I used to be a big Oregon fan. I used to follow Oregon football a ton, like 2010, 2011, 2012. It's like middle and high school. So we are back to action. Ohio State with a football. They'll start off at the Minnesota 36 in the new 1st and 10. Handoff up the draw. And that'll be a carry of about a gain of 1 on the rush goes to Teague. Brings up a 2nd and 9. Second and long from the gun. In motion, Wilson towards his left as the wide receiver. 2 wide to the right. Takes the snap. Back to pass, looking left. Across the middle, that pass complete. Past the 25, down the left sideline, 20. Tackle from behind at the 17 in the red zone for Ohio State as that ball goes to the tight end. Jeremy Ruckert, senior tight end of the crossing route, first down, Buckeyes. About a gain of 17 in that catch. I'll go Clemson there to start things off. Stroud, 5 for 7, 47 passing yards. He goes empty here from the gun. Stroud takes a snap. Pump fake to his left. Looking left, flushed out towards the left side. Backpedaling and fires this one out of bounds. Let's see. If I had to predict this one, I'll go Ohio State 35-7. Yeah, I used to be a huge Oregon fan when I was much younger. 2nd and 10, ball spotted at the Minnesota 18-yard line. This drive has gone on for just under 6 minutes. 11 plays, 73 yards for the Buckeyes. Snaps low, able to get it Stroud. Flushed out to his right, passes, and that is overthrown off the top of the fingertips. Incomplete to Wilson. Brings up a 3rd and 10. It was the snap that just lost the timing of everything on the last play. Low snap, didn't get it correctly. Great awareness to pick that up, though, by Stroud. Flushed out to his right. That's a pass still under pressure you need to make, is he has to get it lower. The conditions, though, not so favorable to pass the football tonight, though. It is pouring out in Minnesota. 3rd and 10 for Ohio State. At the Minnesota 18-yard line, going empty again is Stroud. He takes the snap. Back to pass. Stroud steps up, fires across the middle underneath, stumbling, and back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Minnesota makes a big defensive stop. The catch made by Jackson Smith. And this will bring up a 4th down and a field goal situation for the Buckeyes. And that's a play when you got a 3rd and long. You have to take a deep shot down the field, and he goes for a short crosser, which on a wet surface like that loses his footing to the wideout. Field goal from the right hash. This will be Noah Ruggles, the kicker, to snap the hold, the kick. This is up, drifting, and he squeaks it in the right upright, as that is good. Buckeyes tack on 3. They're up 10-0. 12:50 left to go in the second, as we'll be back after the break. Time of possession on that drive. Ohio State had multiple plays on that drive, going for quite the distance downfield. Couldn't get into the end zone, but that was over 11 plays that they had. And it was a lengthy drive. That drive lasted 6 minutes, 47 seconds. It seemed like it was longer than that. 14 plays, 74 yards downfield. Once again, they started off at their own 8-yard line. On the second drive of the game, they've done that. Yeah, I was shocked by that with Cam getting released a couple days ago. But I I'm gonna side with Belichick there, because I feel like he admitted it wasn't a problem with Cam's reliability, but still. It was. I think he could have been a distraction for the team, and once Mac took over the starting QB job, I mean Cam would be better off with another team. It was really shocking. Because I thought they'd ease into Mac and start off Cam, because Cam was the starter every single preseason game, and then the last one, he just did really poorly in the last preseason game for Cam. So Minnesota will have the ball now for their third drive of the game coming up. Stroud goes 6 for 10, 48 passing yards so far in this game. Master Teague, 6 carries now for 29 yards. Mayan Williams with a lone rushing touchdown down the right sideline. Whole Minnesota defense got faked out and moved towards their right away from Williams' right. What's good, Christian? Welcome to the stream here, man. Hope all is going well. So Ohio State back to kick this football off. Ruggles boots this one away. Drifting towards the right corner. And it gets picked up, returned down the right sideline, 15. And out of bounds around the 20-yard line. Great spot for that kick because it couldn't be fair caught by Ohio State. And now Minnesota will start off the deepest they have been tonight at their own 20. Yeah, that's the big thing is reliability. That's like the major concern was like how many times is he going to miss 5 days in a row or so? And that's what happened last year, happened in training camp. I think it was what happened in the final week of training camp. Because Bill kept on saying, he said it back in late June, Cam's our quarterback. From the gun to Morgan. He's got Ibrahim, his running back, lined up to his left. Morgan goes right back to the line. And he takes the snap from the gun. Hand off to Ibrahim, draw up the middle. Surrounded by white jerseys. Pyle pushes forward, though. And that will go for about a gain of 6. Looked like it would have been stopped for a 2-yard rush, but instead tacks on 4 more rushing yards. As the push for the Pyle was on for Minnesota, brings up now a 2nd down and 4 coming up. Hey, best of luck there for Christian tomorrow for his first football home game there for band. That's awesome there, man. I remember those days. Those days were fantastic. 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball spotted at the Minnesota 26. Morgan has 2 wide lined up to his left. Now 1 in motion going towards his right. That's the tight end, Kokieft. Hand off once again to Ibrahim, and he gets around a gain of rush in the carries. Takes it to the right hashes. Brings up a 3rd down and 3. Ohio State looking for another big defensive stand coming up. At the 27 of Minnesota, Morgan from the gun. Motion towards his right. As this will be a quarterback draw, or Ibrahim rush, HB draw up the middle, not enough. It looks like he is stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Buckeyes defense once again make a huge stand. 4th and 1, decision time for Minnesota. Deep in their own territory with the ball spotted at their own 29-yard line. Decision time. Looks like the offense will stay on there. 4th and 1, deep in their own territory. Morgan and Ibrahim and this whole offense is still on the field as this play clock runs under 10 seconds. 4th and 1, Minnesota 29, they are going to go for it. Morgan from the gun, play clock under 3. And Minnesota, as the play clock goes down to double zeros, burns their 2nd timeout. So Minnesota looking for the Buckeyes defense to jump off sides. They didn't. And now the Golden Gophers will have to punt it away again. 3rd straight possession that they've got shut down. 3rd straight punt coming up. Wow, I actually didn't hear about that. Thanks so much for the update there, Christian. That's unfortunate there. Oh, thanks so much for the update there, Cody. So it looks like they're going to resume Central Florida in Boise State around 9:30. So that's about a half an hour. I would go Days of Thunder there. I actually haven't haven't like watched that though. I've heard it's really good. I haven't watched Ferrari either. But I would probably love it though, cuz I'm a big NASCAR fan myself. So right now we're on a timeout break. Minnesota again comes up short deep in their own territory, and this sparks trouble for the Golden Gophers at home. Already down to 10-0. Not really much going on for the passing game, just 20 total passing yards, but their quarterback Tanner Morgan. They're more of a run-heavy type of team, led by their running back, Mohamed Ibrahim. He has been held at just 3 yards per carry, though, for the senior back, as Minnesota having trouble opening up holes against just explosive and big-time defensive front for Ohio State that's been swarming constantly to get to the football. All right, so 4th and 1 coming up. Minnesota has the ball at their own 29-yard line. And they will keep their offense on the field here for Minnesota. They are going for it. 4th and 1 after the timeout. They have elected to go for it deep in their own territory. Morgan from the gun. Ibrahim lined up to his left side. One wide to the right. Morgan takes the snap. Handoff off the draw to Ibrahim. He gets it first down. Past the 40-45 down the left side here. 50, 45-40, 35-30. Cuts 20 into Ohio State red zone. And he gets dragged down around the 16-yard line for a massive rush by Ibrahim on a 4th down and run. That was a running back draw and then a juke towards his left, and then it was on for Ibrahim. What a gutsy call by Minnesota, and now their chance to have the opportunity to put this now to a one-possession game. It is on. First and 10 now at the Ohio State 15. That was a carry of 56 in the ground. Once again, Ibrahim, or this time number 3, Trayson Potts, sophomore running back, with his first carry. And he takes it for about a gain of 1 on the left side draw. I'd probably go there, Captain America. Second and long coming up from Minnesota. Morgan from the gun. Ibrahim back in as running back, lined up to his right. Morgan takes a snap, looks left, passes left corner to the end zone, soaring up, and that will be a touchdown catch by Minnesota. Left corner, 1-on-1 fade to the end zone. Dylan Wright with a touchdown grab. And that is a 14-yard touchdown pass by Tanner Morgan for the Golden Gophers on the board for the first score tonight. What a change in momentum. 4th and 1, gutsy call at their own 29-yard line. They go for it, results in a 56-yard rush by Ibrahim. Brings Minnesota inside the red zone. And then 2 plays later, 1-on-1 fade to the back left corner of the end zone, results in a touchdown catch. The snap, the hold, the kick. This is through the uprights. And this game is now a one-possession game, 10-7, with Minnesota striking for their first score tonight. What a call. If you don't get the fourth down conversion, things get ugly. Looks like Ohio State will be up 17-0 if you don't get that instead. What a flip in the switch. Results in a massive rush and then a left corner fade pass to the end zone for the touchdown. Now it's 10-7. What's good? Dennis in the stream. Welcome back in. I'll probably go Alabama there for best record. I'm not sure, Lorenzo. I have to see by that time. That's 7 years away. Minnesota didn't have much in the air until that last play. Able to get something into the end zone. Hey, what's good, Gilbert? Thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, we got quite a bit of rain yesterday. It's not that bad. When I went to work this morning, though, I got detoured because one of the roads was flooded out. Actually, one of the areas near the Cape actually got a tornado last night. It was crazy. Things this morning, like kind of near where I am, not my town, but a couple towns over, they had a whole flooded highway filled of cars that got submerged out earlier this morning. Yeah, that's scary. I saw videos of the subway in New York City. I heard like around like 23 people or so. Just so sad. Sending my thoughts out in that area. New Jersey, New York City. They got severely affected yesterday from that. So Minnesota about to boot this away. We have a ball game, 10-7 to score, with 9:11 left to go in the second quarter. And the ball goes off its tee. They'll have to put it back on and try to kick this one away. Minnesota looks like they'll have a holder. And this ball gets booted away. And Ohio State will let it go into their own end zone. They'll start off at their own 25. Ooh. I'll probably have Memphis probably around 15 or so to start off. the top 25. There was a lot of teams that like retained a bunch of their players or like got a ton of transfers. This year was so difficult to track because there were like over 1,000 players for college basketball in the transfer portal. It's like Jose's eating spaghetti with beans. That sounds good. First and 10 now for Stroud from the 25. Screens it over to his right. Complete. And tackled around the 30. Catch a 5. Goes to Wilson. The wide out for the Buckeyes. Brings up a 2nd and 5. No huddle offense for Ohio State as we're under 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Handoff. Takes it for Moore. As that is a carry, about a gain of 10 and the rush gets chopped up. First down. Travion Henderson gets his first rush of the game for the freshman. Once again, delayed handoff to the left. And he just sees the opening. Ohio State's offensive line able to open up some big-time holes today. From the gun, takes the snap, rolling out to his right. Stroud passes on the run, and that will go out of bounds. Brings up a 2nd and 10. And there's an injured player from Minnesota that's down on the field. Clock will stop with 8:12 left to play in the second. Looks like we're going to take a break from the action here. Ohio State coming up with a 2nd down and 10. As they'll have it right out of the timeout. Ball will be placed at their own 41. All right, so right now we're just in the timeout. Yeah, I was thinking there's a couple of them I'm interested in or so. I think Michigan against UNC, that game's going to be interesting to watch. And then Duke against Ohio State for college basketball. Both of those games I feel like going to be really good. I'd probably go with Thanksgiving there for my favorite holiday. We usually travel every Thanksgiving or so. We usually go away. Yeah, it's really sad what went on. We got the rain last night, but it wasn't as bad as what they got in New Jersey and New York. Let's see, scary movies here. I haven't watched like much scary movies. I'd have to definitely say Halloween though, as I watched that for a music and film class. We did like a film score on that when I was in college. So we're back to action. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Ohio State. Ball spotted at their own 41. And play action, passes across the middle, tipped from behind, and it's going to be intercepted down the right sideline, 45-40, and dragged down from behind around the 42-yard line. Minnesota gets a pick with Terrell Smith, senior defensive back. That pass thrown by Stroud as it was intended for his wide receiver down the middle of the field, and Stroud threw it behind his wideout. Goes off the back of his fingertips, and then Terrell Smith with the interception, and Minnesota now in Ohio State territory. What a change of things in the momentum. Let's see in the replay. That ball might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage as it went up in the air. That's why it went behind the intended wide receiver. Mariano Sori Martin, senior linebacker, was the one, number 55 for Minnesota, who might have had a fingertip on that ball to alter that change of that ball. And now Minnesota has possession of it, 1st and 10 at the Ohio State 37. Handoff towards the right, bouncing off a tackler to the right sideline, takes it for about a gain of 7 to the 30. The rush was by Trayson Potts for Minnesota, sophomore redshirt running back. Opportunity once again for Minnesota. 2nd down and short with 7.5 minutes left to go. Morgan from the gun. Ibrahim lined up in the backfield, this time to his right. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Ball spotted at the Ohio State 34-yard or 29-yard line. They have it right now. Motion to his right. That's the tight end. Span forward. Handoff. Past the 25. Rumbling forward to around the 23. And that's a 1st down. Carry of 6 by Ibrahim. Moving the chains for Minnesota once again. Ibrahim evades a tackler. He should have been wrapped up in the backfield. That was Dallas Gant, linebacker, number 19 for Ohio State, who should have had him wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and then slippery by Ibrahim, able to bounce off a Grant right there and take it upfield for a gain of 6. That's now 96 rushing yards on the game for Ibrahim today, along of 56. And it happened on the 4th and 1. Rolling out to his right. Morgan, that pass complete. Past the 20, 15. Stiff arm past the 10 and knocked out of bounds. Wrapped up around the 8-yard line. On the reception, goes to the tight end. Span forward for the 1st down. 1st and goal now for Minnesota. The passing game starting to click now for the Golden Gophers after a slow start. Minnesota with multiple experienced senior impact players. Tanner Morgan, the quarterback, the running back. With Muhammad Ibrahim. Under 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Ibrahim lined up to the left. Morgan from the gun. 1 wide to the right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle on the draw. And right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Brings up a 2nd and goal from the Ohio State 7. Minnesota going for it on the 4th and 1 and converting on a 56-yard rushing play by Ibrahim. That was the change of momentum in this game. If they didn't convert there, Ohio State goes up 17-0. And then to alter the ball at the line of scrimmage by Soriano, the linebacker. And then the interception off of that deflection. That was massive right there. 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line for Minnesota. As they are striking. Inside the Ohio State 10, takes a snap, looks to the right, throws a back corner fade to the end zone, deflected, incomplete. Into double coverage. Looking for the wideout. Daniel Jackson, sophomore wideout for the Golden Gophers. Broken up in coverage by Denzel Burke, the freshman. Nice job to get a hand in there. Denying that catch by Burke. And this will bring up now a 3rd down and goal. What's good, Kelly in the stream? Welcome in. Glad to have you back at the channel here. Minnesota 3rd and goal. Ball spotted at the Ohio State 5-yard line. Morgan takes the snap from the gun. Looks right, passes right, deflected, bobbled. Oh, and it's just dropped, but there's a flag down. What an effort by Dylan Wright, the wide receiver. We'll have to see the call on this play. This looks like it could be on Ohio State in the secondary. If so, this will be an automatic first down by Minnesota. And this is indeed Minnesota automatic first down, holding in the end zone by Burke, the one who just had the pass deflection the previous play, gets called for holding on Dylan Wright in the back right corner of the end zone. And this is where Minnesota keeps on going with Morgan, the quarterback. He keeps on throwing. Back right corner fades to the end zone, constantly looking to his right. And once again, it will be a 1st and goal. This situation, we'll see if they do rely on Ibrahim. The running back with 97 rushing yards yet to get into the end zone. Ball spotted to Ohio State 2, 1st and goal. It will be a handoff to Ibrahim. And he gets stopped right back at the line of scrimmage. White jerseys swarming in all over the place. And this will bring up a 2nd and goal from the 2. This is where the big boys come to play in this scenario. Ohio State's defense against Minnesota with their offense at the 2-yard line with a 2nd and goal. Morgan from the gun, going in motion towards his right, the tight end, span forward. Handoff, up the middle, powering forward, 2nd effort. It appeared that he is close to the end zone, did not get in. Ball spotted at the goal line. Ibrahim just short as he reaches 99 with his rushing total tonight. Almost got it on the 2nd effort. It was Proctor, though, who came in, number 41, to make sure that he was about just shy of the end zone. A foot short of the goal line. Here we go, game of inches, 3rd and goal. Ball spotted at the goal line for Minnesota. They go into I formation. Morgan, handoff, right side to Ibrahim, into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota on top. This game on upset alert right now with 3:32 left to go in the second. It is Mohamed Ibrahim who goes for 100 rushing yards in the first half on 16 carries with 3:32 left to go in the game. Right side counter by Ibrahim. He sees the opening and lunges forward. Surging through the tackle by Eichenberg. Wasn't enough by Eichenberg as Mohamed able to get it into the end zone. Extra point, that is up and through. 14-10 Minnesota. What a change in this game as they lead it. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for watching this special live stream tonight. Covering some college football action. Majority of my content I usually covers actually basketball games, play-by-play, college basketball, NBA games, but I do cover other sports, college football, NFL. I've also covered baseball. MLB just came off of the Little League World Series last week, covering that. I've also covered a couple NASCAR races. I've covered lacrosse before too, so welcome to the stream, everybody. What a game we got right now. Massive change of momentum. Kelly with a dono. Thanks so much for the dono, man. Really appreciate it. Let's get that dono hype out in the chat here. 3:32 left to go in the second. Minnesota about to kick away this ball. Morgan, Ibrahim. 2 impact seniors in this team. Mariano Sori-Martin, the linebacker who got the tip at the line of scrimmage. Also a senior leader in this team from Minnesota. This ball gets booted to the back of the end zone, non-returnable. And Ohio State will take over at their own 25. Hey, that's awesome there, Jose. Hopefully things going well with you and Andrea there. Ohio State right now at upset alert. A lot of time remaining in this game. The Buckeyes have won 10 straight games against Minnesota. Ohio State 2 total yards more than Minnesota, 172 to 170. Handoff on the right side counter. Ohio State will take this in the carry, about a gain of 4 to the 29. It's Mayana Williams they go back to. Williams' terrific first drive of the game resulted in a 71-yard touchdown run. Whole Minnesota defense was completely faked out. 2nd and 6. Screens out to the right. That's complete to Wilson. Past the 30 and going swung on the bounds just shy of the first down line of the game. There's a flag down, though. We'll check the penalty flag. And this is on the offense. We'll back up Ohio State holding. So replay 2nd down for Ohio State, and it backs them up quite a bit. C.J. Stroud started off this game well. He went 5 for 7, 47 yards through the air. Ohio State jumped out to a 10-0 lead. Ever since, though, 3 for 7 passing, just 11 yards downfield and an interception. Approaching 3 minutes left to go. 2nd down at 11 for the Buckeyes. Ball spotted at their own 24. Stroud, handoff off the counter. And tripped up for about a gain of 2. Minnesota, big stop by M.J. Anderson in the backfield. As he trips up Williams. And this will be a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Buckeyes at their own 26. Big play and a massive swing of the momentum. If Minnesota makes a stop here, they still have ample time to go down the field with the football in their favor. Lined up to the right in the backfield, this is Williams, the freshman running back. Stroud calling out the audible. He's got 3 bunched up to the left. Crowd getting wild here in Minnesota. It is loud. Under 10 on the play clock, 3rd and 9. At the 26 of Ohio State, Stroud takes a snap, looks to his left, flushed out to his right now. Stroud, as he will step up and run, and he rushed out of bounds. Nothing there as Minnesota makes a huge stop, and that is just not a good display there by Ohio State's defense, as that is a 3 and out by the Golden Gophers forced, and this will bring up a 4th and 8. Nothing going downfield in Minnesota's defense, forcing Stroud out of the pocket, and Stroud just took it for a rush of 1 out of bounds. Under 2 minutes left to go, Ohio State will boot this football away. Minnesota will be back to return this punt. The punt gets booted away at their own 15. Minnesota returns it at their own 35 down the left side and takes it to around the 44-yard line on the return, as that is Potts. So Minnesota, minute 28 to operate before halftime. 14 straight points by the Golden Gophers. Tanner Morgan, touchdown pass. Right corner fade to the end zone to Dylan Wright. And then the rushing touchdown by Muhammad Ibrahim for 17 carries and 99 rushing yards. And a gutsy call on a 4th and 1 at their own 29 that Ibrahim got a 56-yard gain out of a draw towards his left. Minnesota will let the play clock, or now it's going to be a new play clock. So Morgan in the gun, 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. In the backfield is the sophomore running back Potts, lined up to the right of Morgan. 10 on the play clock now. Morgan takes a snap. Play action, passes across the middle, crosser, complete first down. Takes it to the 40-yard line of Ohio State territory. That is a catch number 16. Dylan Wright, that is his 4th reception of the game. He lost it at the turf. It'll be incomplete. The refs rule it incomplete. He had lost it at the turf, so that has been ruled incomplete. Looked like he had caught it at first on the camera angle, but that is incomplete, so it has been changed in the catch. They'll bring back the ball to the Minnesota 44. Handoff to Ibrahim, past midfield. Breaks a tackle, stumbling forward, first down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 11 on the rush, and Ibrahim picks it up as he's surged over 100 now. So Dylan Wright still with 3 receptions today. Minnesota with 1:05 and counting down remaining in the second quarter before halftime. 18 carries, 110 on the ground tonight for Ibrahim. Morgan from the gun takes a snap. Handoff in the draw again up the middle to Ibrahim. Rush of about 4 as this will take the clock to 45 seconds trailing down for Minnesota. Minnesota now controlling clock. 2nd down and 6 coming up. And a timeout taken by Minnesota. They burn their second timeout. They got 1 remaining. Ohio State with 2 timeouts as well. Couple big plays, and it is taken over the game now for Minnesota. 14 straight in the second quarter, looking to keep it rolling. Ibrahim has rushed for 19 carries, $114 on the ground in the first half, and a rushing touchdown. Morgan from the gun. He's got Potts lined up to his right, the sophomore running back on this play right here. 2 wide to the right for receivers, 2 wide to the left. 42 seconds remaining before halftime, and the ball spotted at the Buckeyes 41. Morgan takes a snap from the pocket. Steps up, launches deep down the right sideline. 1-on-1 coverage, and that is just overthrown to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for his intended wideout, Daniel Jackson. He had a step on his defensive back, but oversails his head a step too far in the pass by Morgan. Wow, that would have been dangerous. Just missing on the pass. A little bit too much heat on that ball thrown by Morgan. 3rd and 6 brings up with 36 seconds left. From the gun, Morgan at the Ohio State 41. To his left is Potts. Goes back to the line, calls an audible. 4 on the play clock, goes back to the gun. Has to get the snap off, they do. Takes the snap. Flushed out to his right, and a big sack beyond midfield. Dragged down. That will drag them all the way back to their own 48-yard line, coming in with a major sack right up the middle and free. Uncovered number 30 for Ohio State, Cody Simon, with a major sack. Fourth and 17 it brings up. And this will take it to halftime. The clock runs out. Minnesota up 14-10 as we go into half. Ohio State will return the kick to start off the second half. Wow. Have the tables turned, and it all started on that gutsy 4th down and 1 call at their own 29-yard line. The running back, Mohamed Ibrahim, senior from Minnesota, 19 carries, 114 on the ground, and a long of 56 on that 4th and 1 carry that changed the entire course of this game. What's good, Jacob? Welcome to the stream here. Randy, what's good? Glad to have you guys in the channel once again. Yep, always crazy to call upsets here. We have one in the first half so far. We'll see if this can be sustained or if adjustments will be made for Ohio State under head coach Ryan Day. They've never lost under day. A game in Big Ten play. It was the loss in the college football playoff against Clemson in 2019, and then the national title game this past season against Alabama. 23-2 for his record. I'd probably go there with Lady Gaga. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching today. Still a lot of game left to go as we have reached the halftime portion of this matchup. Quick update here with a box score. CJ Stroud started out well, 5 for 7 from the floor. Hasn't really taken any shots downfield ever since, though. And for Stroud, he has been just 3 for 7 with a pick ever since. 8 for 14, currently 58 passing yards for Ohio State at halftime. The quarterback, Tanner Morgan, he's only thrown 4 for 10, 49 passing yards. He had a touchdown pass off a left corner fade to the end zone, went to Dylan Wright, and that put the game 10-7. How this game has started out today, Ohio State, quick touchdown. It was the second play of the game. Running back draw down the right sideline. And it was the freshman, Mayan Williams, who took it to the house. 71-yarder for the touchdown rush. They were up 7-0 early on for the Buckeyes. Minnesota was forced into 3 straight 3-and-outs to start off this game. And then... or 2 straight 3-and-outs for Minnesota to start off this game. What would have been a 3rd straight 3-and-out for a punt resulted in a big rush after Ohio State was up 10-0. Mohamed Ibrahim, 56-yard carry. And it set up Minnesota inside the Buckeyes' red zone. And then eventually scoring a touchdown, 16-yard passing touchdown from Morgan, left corner fade to the end zone of Dylan Wright, put the score 10-7. And then it was the big defensive stop by Minnesota, tipped ball on the deflection behind the intended wide receiver on the crossing route upfield, interception thrown by Stroud, and Minnesota took possession of the ball inside the Ohio State 45-yard line, and then they scored later on the drive, grinding it out, Ibrahim with a rushing touchdown from the goal line. What's good, Aaron on the stream? Welcome in. So really been impressive today so far, as that's been the running back, Mohamed Ibrahim, senior from Minnesota. Master Teague, he's yet to have any sort of big game on the ground so far by Teague in this game. We'll see if he can break out in the second half. They've gone with 3 separate running backs today. Master Teague's getting the most carries, 6 carries out of the backfield for 29 rushing yards. Mayan Williams, he had a big 71-yard touchdown rush. He's got 4 carries for 86 on the ground, freshman for the Buckeyes. Then Travion Henderson got a carry for 10. And this is something right here, is that passing game really hasn't been a factor today. It's been troubling for Stroud trying to extend the play out on the field. One of the plays flushed out to his right, he just rushed out of bounds on the 3rd down and long for a gain of 1, had to punt the football away for Ohio State. And this has been troubling so for Ohio State with one of their key wideouts for this team here, Chris Olave. He's only got 1 catch today. It's quite troubling. He's only got a reception for 7 yards, and he's one of the impact players coming in last year, leading the team, 50 receptions on the season, 6 touchdown catches, over 700 receiving yards. Then Garrett Wilson right behind it with 43 receptions, over 700 receiving yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns, 2 for Wilson. And Wilson leads the way today with 4 catches, 24 yards. But most of those catches have been basically like screen passes towards the right side over to Wilson. We haven't really seen any sort of plays for Ohio State taking a deep ball down the field. There was one for their intended target. It was off of the fingertips It was what should have been taken to the house on that ball thrown down the right side. That was intended, I believe, for Wilson early in the game in the first quarter. Quick update right now on the box score as we are on halftime between these two teams currently. Coastal Carolina ranked at number 22 in the nation. They're up 45-7 against the Citadel. Central Florida, Boise State. This game is still delayed due to lightning out in Orlando, as that game is yet to play so far today. Buffalo crushing Wagner in a FBS against FCS contest, 59-0 at the end of the third. Utah at the end of the first, up against Weber State, 13-7 for 24 ranked Utah. North Carolina State blanketing out South Florida, 31-zip. And then Tennessee up against Bowling Green, 14-6. What's good? D Wade in the stream. Welcome back in. Hope everything's going well there. Hopefully you made out well with a storm yesterday. I heard there was some flooding out in Delaware too. New Jersey and New York, they got absolutely pounded yesterday. Sending my thoughts and prayers out to those out in New Jersey, New York. A lot of flooding going on yesterday. And then, of course, sending thoughts out to those out in Louisiana. Some of those towns are uninhabitable, from what I heard. Grand Isle in Louisiana, it is completely submerged. Just terrible scene. People aren't going to have power, I heard, for like 4, 5, 6 weeks, maybe even more. Like at least a month. It's so sad. I saw some of the video with like a mile plus with people waiting to get gas at a gas station. The only gas station that was open in Golden Meadow, Louisiana. Just so sad. That whole area, Grand Isle, Golden Meadow, Houma. That was another one I saw. LaPlace was one that had some massive flooding in Louisiana. What's good? Cade in the stream. Welcome in. Chicago plays. Welcome in here. Hope all is going well, guys. Yeah, I heard about that. That's so unfortunate. Tornadoes just... It's the worst. We were in a tornado warning like at 2 in the morning yesterday. The tornado actually went on Cape Cod. There was a tornado in Dennis, Mass. But we didn't really get it that bad where I live, but where I work, like 15 minutes away, I drove to work today and I was taking a bunch of detoured routes because there were a couple of roads that were closed. And then the highway to get to one of the cities that I'm near, it just flooded, and there's no way that you could get off the highway and have an access route because the highway was flooded and the access route takes you through the middle of a state forest, which takes you like way away from the actual highway. And it's a dirt road too with a bunch of like puddles that form. So nobody lives there. There's no signal over there. And that was like the only other route that you could like take to get off the highway, because it happened in like a spot where like there's not a lot of roads in. So when we do get back, we're at halftime currently. Ohio State trailing by 4. They'll have the football to start off. It was Minnesota who returned the first kick of the game. And then there was a road that caved in Rhode Island. Like, it's crazy. Like one of the towns of Rhode Island, Portsmouth, got like 8 inches of rain. And that's not even comparable to what like New York City got, what Louisiana got, like 20 plus inches. And one of the roads just caved in. D-Way with a dono. Let's get that dono hype out on the stream here. Appreciate it, man. You guys legends in the channel. So we'll be doing quite a bit of special live streams for a little bit until basketball gets back. Tomorrow, I plan on being back covering UNC against Virginia Tech, so feel free to be a part of that stream. So quite a bit of different types of streams that I'll be having here until the basketball stuff comes back. College football, NFL. I might be covering some US Open tennis later in the week or maybe early next week. So might be adding in a new sport onto streaming here too. So if you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Majority of my streams that I do cover happen to be college basketball games, NBA games. I'm a huge fan of college basketball. I covered most of the games for the March Madness tournament this past tournament. Incredible games we had. So glad to have you guys be a part of the stream. But when there's not basketball, when we're in the off season, I do cover other sports too. Like football, baseball. I've covered a couple NASCAR races. Same as lacrosse as well. So I've done other sports in there. Yeah, sending my thoughts to Louisiana. The Saints aren't going to be able to play in their first game for the season opener. That game will take place at Jacksonville now, because of the whole power situation out in New Orleans, where there's now it's under 1 million without power. I think it's like 900,000 in Louisiana. Hey, thanks so much for the update there, Cody. That game was supposed to start at 7. UCF against Boise State into a 2-hour and 45-minute lightning delay out in Orlando. So that game is finally starting up between UCF and Boise State 2 hours and 45 minutes later. Utah starting off the second quarter against Weber State, where the score is just 13-7 for 24-ranked Utah. And Tennessee up 14-6 against Bowling Green. And here we're on upset alert, 14-10, Minnesota scoring 14 straight. So we are still currently at halftime. We'll be back in a little bit. Glad to have you guys join in. Yeah, keep up the hard work in college there for Warren. Best of luck in college this year, man. So not really much in the first half. But the quarterback, C.J. Stroud for Ohio State, didn't take opportunities to go downfield, passing a deep ball, as this offense was basically non-existent or so in this first half for the Buckeyes, which is unlike Ohio State. They came off of their 2020 campaign, first in total yards in the Big Ten and also number 1 in rushing yards. And they've just struggled here, especially the second quarter. Their leading total yardage, 185 to 173. Only got 58 passing yards total, though. Big key for Minnesota in this game is that they've only been penalized once. One penalty for 15 yards, that's it. Ohio State's got 3 penalties tonight, and time of possession favoring Minnesota as well, over 18 minutes compared to the Buckeyes with just under 12 minutes. of course, the big swing in the momentum was that gutsy call. Minnesota backed up at their own 29-yard line. And Mohamed Ibrahim, the running back, with a major 56-yard rushing carry on a monster call that basically changed the scope of this game. If Minnesota did not convert on that, it would be Ohio State up 17-0, most likely. If they make that fourth down stop, they would have taken over around the Minnesota 29. If they make a stop for negative yards, you're looking at the 20, 25, 26. But great field position either way. Then it would have been a 17-0 Ohio State, and then Minnesota would have had a tough time. But instead, it was 10-7. It was after that drive that resulted in a fade to the left corner of the end zone by Morgan as he connected with Dylan Wright. Leads the way today. 3 catches, 33 yards. And then Minnesota with a tipped ball intercepted. And then they were able to get the rushing touchdown from Ibrahim, putting them out in front 14-10. Oh, yeah. Always an interesting time here, especially upsets, because you don't see it that often in college football. You see it quite often, though, in college basketball, though, for upsets, especially when it comes to March Madness. But for football, it's a little bit more difficult as far as the playing field, because you see a lot of blowouts in college football. A lot of, 55-0 games. We got quite a bit of these today. It's FBS versus FCS, though. Coastal Carolina up against the Citadel, 45-14. And then Buffalo up against Wagner, 62-0. Tulsa is losing to UC Davis, 13-10 in the third quarter. Yeah, I was shocked about that Cam got released by Bill a couple of days ago. But I'm looking forward to seeing Mac as the quarterback. And thinking about it now, I think that Cam, because his reliability, that's the problem, is that you never know when something's going to happen, and Cam has to miss 5 days in a row. So I think that was the big factor why, even though Bill wouldn't admit, I think his reliability for Cam leading up to the end of training camp to that last preseason game, that's shaky right there. Patriots can do much better if they have a quarterback that's backing up, that's always reliable. And I mean, if Cam's going to be missing time, say if something happens to Mac and Cam was on the team, and then whoopsie, here he misses time, then yikes, that's an L they're taking. Either way, that's gonna be a hard L if that happens. So better off to find a backup that's reliable and has his head in the game and is able to have ball security in big moments. And I feel like that's why they went with Mac Jones, because I feel like for him, he knows when to take the sack, whereas Cam tries to be the hero and then tries to stretch out the play and then turns over the football. Yeah, that was crazy back in the tournament with Oral Roberts. Unbelievable tournament we had. What's good, Ian on the stream? Welcome in. I think we're at 50 now, Lorenzo. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe as well, as we are starting off now. The second half of football action, Minnesota kicked off Minnesota received the first half kick, so they will boot things away to start off the third quarter. CJ Stroud in his rookie debut struggling on the field currently, as he is just 8 for 14 passing for only 58 passing yards. We'll see the Ohio State offense. We do get back in. This ball gets booted away by Minnesota, and Ohio State will elect to return it 1 yard deep from their own end zone, up the middle here. Past the 15 and tackled around the 18-yard line. And that's where the Buckeyes will start off, deep in their own territory at their own 18. Kane, welcome to stream. I cover a good amount of college basketball games, so make sure to be in the stream for some, be on the channel for some great college basketball games when the season starts up. I'm a massive college basketball fan. Ohio State will start things up. Stroud once again under center to start off the third quarter. 1st and 10 Buckeyes. Ball spotted at their own 18-yard line. In motion towards his right, that's Wilson. Stroud takes a snap. And that will be a quarterback rush towards the right side. Past the 20, out of bounds. About a gain of 5 in the rush. Takes it to the 24. So that is the second time in this game that we've seen Stroud with the carry. A little bit of a quarterback option keeper towards the right side. Stroud hands it off up the middle and powering his way forward off of a spin move. First down. Rush of 6 in the carry. And that ball gets taken to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Ohio State. It was the freshman Mayana Williams who they are going to. Williams tonight now with 5 carries for a total of 92 rushing yards in the ground, along of 71 with a rushing touchdown. 1st and 10. Screens out to the left. That ball is complete. Second catch of the game to Olave, and he takes it for a gain of 12 on the screener to the 42-yard line. First down again, Buckeyes. Now they're starting to find a rhythm here. No huddle offense for Ohio State with under 14 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Involving Chris Olave into the receiving game. He gets his second catch for 18 total in this game. Rolling out to the right, fires to the right, down low, incomplete. Looking for Wilson, the intended wide receiver. Stops the clock with 13:50 to play in the third. We've seen some difficulty today by Stroud, the quarterback, rolling out to his right, throwing on the run. His passes have been either high, intended for the wide receiver, or that pass intended, it hit the ground before it was anywhere close. Down and away from Wilson. 2nd and 10, ball spot the Buckeyes 41. Handoff in the draw up the middle, 45, past midfield. Slips past the tackler down at the 45-yard line of Golden Gopher territory. That is a first down, a rush. 14 on the carry by the Buckeyes as they move the chains, and it is the freshman, Mayana Williams. Again, another draw up the middle. Powering forward and pushing the pile forward too. Past the 40 to the 38. Williams for a gain of 6. Bulldozing his way down the field. It will bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Buckeyes. As we are approaching the 13-minute mark left to go in the third quarter. Williams now has gone over 100, 6 carries for 113 with a rushing touchdown to 71. They take the snap, rolls out to his right, looks towards his left, passes downfield, and that is complete at the 20. Down the left sideline, 15-10, into the end zone. Touchdown. Ohio State as they are on top. It is Chris Olave with a touchdown catch for the Buckeyes. Rolling out to his right by Stroud. Sees that nobody is downfield towards his right. Looks back to the left side of the field. And he completes a 37-yard touchdown pass to Chris Olave. Down the left side as he was 2 steps behind his intended defensive back, Justice Harris. The snap, the hold, the extra point. It is up and it is through the uprights for the Buckeyes as they tack it on and they lead by 3. 17-14. Great drive to facilitate right out of the gate for C.J. Stroud. Gets his first ever college football touchdown pass. And now the Buckeyes out in front. 17-14 with a silencer by Chris Olave as he gets involved in the last drive. 2 catches. And he has the touchdown grab of a touchdown catch for about 37. D-Way with a dono. Appreciate the man with a dono. Let's get that dono hype out on the stream here. For the countless hours that I've been given to you guys. Appreciate it, man. Always a pleasure covering some games for you guys. Some special live streams since we're in the off season for basketball, currently trying to build up the football play-by-play calling. I'm actually calling a game on Thanksgiving in person, so that's why I'm going to be covering a good amount of football games coming up. So I got football on Thanksgiving. I also got basketball in person covering for a couple colleges in my area starting in early November. So I'll be doing that too. Yeah, I'll still have time to balance out the channel because basketball will usually be like Wednesday and Saturday, probably for home games, because I'll just be doing the home games for the teams. One of the colleges is about an hour away, so I'm just gonna do weekends for them, and the other college is it's like 15 minutes away from my work. It's about 25 minutes away from where I live, but I'll be able to just go there straight from work after I get out, and that's for like the weeknights or so when they do have games. So great drive right there to facilitate by CJ Stroud as they go downfield for the Buckeyes and make it into a drive that lasted 7 plays, 81 yards, 2 minutes 17 off the clock, and no huddle offense going to perfection right there for Ohio State, tiring out the Minnesota defense, and that's been the difference. So great adjustment right out of halftime that they go to with Ryan Day and Ohio State. No huddle gives Stroud some time as he's able to start working downfield, take some shots downfield, and that's exactly what he did, and he ends up getting rewarded with a touchdown pass. Now Minnesota with the opportunity coming up. Ruggles kicks this one away for the Buckeyes. And that will be a fair catch at their own 2-yard line by Minnesota by Potts. They'll take it out at their own 25. What's good? That part on the stream. Welcome back in. Chris, what's good? Welcome to the stream, man. Looks like that part and Chris going from Minnesota today. So we got 12:43 left to go in the third quarter. Minnesota back onto the field, starting off at their own 25-yard line. Morgan from the gun. His running back Ibrahim's got 19 carries in the first half for $114 on the ground. 3 bunched up wide receivers to the left. Takes a snap handoff off the draw to Ibrahim. Swung down, gain of 4 on the carry to the 29. I'm not sure just yet. All depends on my schedule or so. Because I'll be busy during the day a lot on Saturdays. Probably at night is when my schedule clears up more. It'll be 2nd and 6 coming up. Ball spotted at the 29. Takes the snap, play action towards his right, fires across the middle, complete first down. That catch goes to Dylan, the right, 4th catch of the game of the crosser. So moves the chains for the Golden Gophers. Ball spotted at the Minnesota 42. Morgan from the gun, 2 wide to the left. He's got Ibrahim lined up to the left of him in the gun. Now he moves towards the right. Morgan goes back. takes the snap. Handoff up the middle, not much going on there. About a gain of 1 on the rush for Ibrahim. Takes it to the 43 in Minnesota territory. Let's see, I'll go Sony right there. Drew, welcome on the channel here. 2nd and 9 coming up, 11 minutes and counting down in the third quarter. Morgan from the gun takes a snap, play action. Back to pass, looking left. Launches deep down the left sideline. This pass is up, and this will be a flag down. That will be pass interference in the secondary by the Buckeyes by number 16, Ryan Watson. That will be a 15-yard penalty, Minnesota first down. Intended for number 9, Daniel Jackson. That was at the left side of the hashes on that pass. Looked like he was going left sideline, how he was looking at the pass. It was to the left side of the hashes. Just the defensive back. Watts was all over Jackson, the intended wide receiver. This will be Ohio State's 4th penalty of the game for 33 total penalty yards today. Watts checks out of the game now, obviously frustrated after that penalty as Minnesota moves the football. The ball now spotted at the Buckeyes 42. 1st and 10 for Minnesota. From the guns, Morgan. Ibrahim lined up to his right. 2 wide to the right. That is Wright and Mike Brown-Stevens, the wide receivers. Now Ibrahim moves to his left. Play action. Morgan off his back foot launches, and that is intercepted at the 20. Down the right sideline, 30, 35, 40, 45, past midfield, 40, 35, 30, and taken down the right sideline, out of bounds around the 22-yard line. In Minnesota territory, it is Josh Proctor, who has a 78-yard interception return. Morgan signaling here. There's a flag down, though. And the flag is on Ohio State on a penalty. Minnesota will still have the football, and the interception gets erased away by the Buckeyes. Tanner Morgan throws off his back foot, oversails past his wide receiver, and that is roughing the passer for the 5th penalty in this game by Ohio State. Number 19, Dallas Gant, senior linebacker, with roughing the passer on Morgan as he threw off his back foot and overheaved his wide receiver. Wow, what a change in the momentum again here in favor of Minnesota. These penalties are crushing the Buckeyes. Minnesota with a new set of downs once again via penalty. That is back-to-back 15-yard penalties. Pass interference and roughing the passer. Ball now spotted at the Ohio State 27. This will be a keeper towards the left side. It is Potts, the running back. Past the 20, diving forward for the first down marker. And appears to be just shy as he's gone out at the 19. Ball in the red zone now for Minnesota. This will be a 2nd and 2 coming up for the Golden Gophers. Nice, really nice play to go after in the playbook right there. That was an HB snap that they took on an HB option towards the far side of the field. Morgan from the gun. He's got Ibrahim this time as the running back. Morgan takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Ibrahim breaks it to the 10-5 into the end zone. Touchdown. 19-yard touchdown rush by the Golden Gophers. 2nd one of the game. Sees the hole up the middle in the draw. And he escapes through the crease for the senior runner back. As that is Mohamed Ibrahim for 6 more for the Golden Gophers. Coming right out of the hole by Ibrahim on a draw up the middle. Let's see here how this formed. Morgan. They're not going to show it on the replay as we go to extra point first. The snap to hold a kick dead center through the uprights. Minnesota leads it once again by 4, 21-17. What of a turn of events we've got here. And indeed, Ibrahim slippery as he has gone for 21 carries. Hasn't updated just yet. 22 carries now for 139 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns by Muhammad Ibrahim for the Golden Gophers as they lead at 21-17. Wow. Back-to-back penalties by Ohio State. Pass interference, and then the one that's a crusher was they got the interception. They would have had the football at the Minnesota 22 off the interception, and then a roughing the passer play as Morgan threw off his back foot. And that was a crusher. Absolute crusher there for Ohio State. It was Dallas Gant, number 19, the one who committed the penalty that kept this drive alive for Minnesota on the roughing the passer penalty. Yeah, say with me. I'm shocked right now with how this game's turning out. Minnesota's got an absolute stud of a running back. 139 rushing yards on the Ohio State defense early in the third quarter on 22 carries. In the ways that Minnesota has taken the lead in this game, it has been through mistakes by Ohio State. Ohio State giving up a 56-yard rush on a 4th and 1 when Minnesota backed up at their own 29 in the second quarter. And then the interception, which set up Minnesota inside Ohio State's 45. And then right there, 2 just absolutely costly penalties. And Minnesota was able to keep that drive alive. What's good, James in the stream? Welcome back in. Glad to have you back onto the stream. If you guys are new watching this, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys be a part of the channel here. Yeah, I would say Minnesota's underrated. I was taking a look at some of these players. They got a quarterback that's a senior. He threw 30 touchdown passes 2 seasons ago for Tanner Morgan. And then their running back's a stud. Their running back was top 12 in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns despite only playing 7 games this past season. They played a shortened schedule in Big Ten, and he was up there with other teams that had played an 11, 12 game schedule for what he had for rushing yards and over 1,000 rushing yards and 15 rushing touchdowns in 7 games last year. That is so impressive. Yeah, this game has been phenomenal. I'm glad. I love to cover close games. It's tough calling blowouts. Ibrahim against Ohio State back in 2018. He rushed on 23 carries for $157 on the ground and 2 rushing touchdowns. We still got over 10 minutes left to play in the third quarter. He has gone for 22 carries for 139 on the ground and 2 rushing touchdowns. This ball gets booted away, and this sails all the way to the back of the end zone where Ohio State will take over at their own 25. No huddle offense taking it downfield for Ohio State on their last drive. That is what worked out. And getting Chris Olave into the game. 2 catches in the last drive for Olave. He had a long of 38 with a touchdown grab. Buckeyes offense come out again as the rain keeps on pouring tonight in Minnesota. Stroud takes a snap. Hand off towards the right, and that gets blown up. Loss of 3 in the backfield as Williams gets taken down. Coming up with a big tackle from Minnesota. Blowing it up was number 16, Connie Durr, a senior defensive back, who blew up that play, and now will be 2nd and 13. Ohio State at their own 22. Back to pass, launching out deep down the left side, and that is overthrown. Intended for Wilson, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 12 now for the Buckeyes. We've seen quite a bit of that from Stroud tonight. Overthrown passes, a pass thrown on the last drive that was underthrown. And now the Buckeyes 2 for 4 tonight on 3rd downs. Minnesota with their crowd rocking and jumping, trying to make another defensive stand for the Golden Gophers. Ball spotted at their own 23. 3rd and long for Ohio State from the gun. As this is Stroud. He's got 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Stroud takes the snap. Back to pass. Flushed out to his right. Stroud will scramble up past the 25, and he is leveled. Undercut at the 28-yard line. Not enough to the first down marker. And Minnesota's defense makes a big stand. Converging on the tackle, number 55, senior linebacker, who got the tipped ball, resulting in the interception in the second quarter. Mariano Martin, the one to chop down Stroud. This will bring up a punting situation. 4th and 6 for the Buckeyes. Jesse Mirko, number 29, awaiting to boot this ball. The snap, and Mirko punts it away. Minnesota back to return. They'll let it bounce past the 30. Past the 25, rolling towards the near sideline, out of bounds around the 23. And that's where the Golden Gophers will start out on their next drive, leading 21-17 at their own 23-yard line. Big defensive stand again for Minnesota, forcing a 3-and-out for the Buckeyes. Golden Gophers will get it back. We got 9:24 in the third quarter. Minnesota looking for upset here as they lead it by 4. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy right now. Everything going the way for Minnesota in this game. Still a lot of time remaining in this matchup. Despite Ohio State having more total yards than Minnesota, 270 to 218. The penalty's been costly for the Buckeyes. 5 penalties for 48 total penalty yards. Just 1 penalty tonight for Minnesota for 15 penalty yards. Right now we're on the timeout. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody, for being a part here on the channel tonight. I cover play-by-play. Mostly it's basketball games, college basketball. I'm a huge streamer, and also play-by-play of NBA games. But I do cover other special live streams from time to time, just like college football, NFL games. I've covered a couple NASCAR races. I've covered baseball before, Major League. I did the Little League World Series last week, and also I've covered a lacrosse game before. What's good? The Reaper, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this Minnesota team is... I was looking at some of these players that they have for impact players. They got a lot of seniors. This team was just undervalued as far as the polls. The polls currently, this is what it looks like for some of the top 25. Alabama at number 1, Oklahoma at number 2, Clemson at number 3, Ohio State's ranked at number 4. Number 5 is Georgia, Texas A&M 6. Number 7 is Iowa State. Number 8 is Cincinnati. Number 9 is Notre Dame, and number 10 is North Carolina. So that is the top 10. Oregon at 11, Wisconsin at 12, Florida at 13, Miami at 14, USC at 15, LSU at 16, 17 is Indiana, 18 is Iowa, 19 is Penn State. A trio of Big Ten teams right there in a row. 20 is Washington. 21 is Texas. Coastal Carolina at 23. Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Coastal Carolina at 22. Louisiana Raging Cajuns at 23. Utah at 24. And Arizona State at 25. And quick update here is that Coastal Carolina winners over the Citadel 52-14. And Utah up against Weber State now 19-7. So there's our 2 other games in the top 25 going on. Tennessee currently playing their matchup as well. They're up 21-6 against Bowling Green. We are back into action, starting off at their own 22-yard line, and Minnesota takes this for about a 1-yard rush off the draw by Ibrahim, brings up a 2nd down and 9. Yeah, I watched that Daytona race. That was a crazy finish. Absolutely crazy finish they had with a crash in the last lap. Second and 9 from their own 23 for Minnesota. Morgan from the gun. Potts lined up, the running back to his right, 2 wide to the left. Morgan takes the snap. Back to pass. As he stands in the pocket, launches across the middle, complete, 1st down. That's about a gain of 13 on the reception for Minnesota. Finds his tight end, number 88, Brevin Spanford, for the completion. Moves the chains. 6 for 12 today by Morgan through the air, 74 passing yards. Minnesota now has it at their own 38-yard line. Morgan from the gun. Potts lined up to his left in the backfield. Handoff up the middle to Potts, and Potts will move it forward for about a gain of 3. He takes it to about the 40. Late flag down in the field. We'll see here what the call is. Referees joining in to make this call, discussing before the call is made on the field. If you're just joining us, we have 7:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota with the ball as they are up by 4. Here's the call on the field. And this penalty is on Minnesota. It's on the offense for Minnesota. 2nd penalty of the game for the Golden Gophers, as it will back them up. It is on the offensive line, number 64, Connor Olson, senior offensive lineman, after the play was over. Oh, pushing. He pushed down an Ohio State player after the play was well over, after the whistle blew. So unnecessary roughness there by Minnesota on the offensive line by Olson moves them back, and now it will be 2nd and 22 with Minnesota having the ball spotted at their own 25. Under 5 of the play clock from the gun. Takes the snap, hand off to Ibrahim. Down the right side of the hashes, 30, 35, 40. And he carries this ball for a really solid gain. And this will bring up about a 3rd and 6. A late flag coming into this play, as that rush went for 16 by Ibrahim. Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen the flea flicker in quite some time. Ibrahim with a really solid carry of 16 to get Minnesota into a 3rd and manageable. We'll see the penalty, though. And again, it's on Minnesota, holding on the offense. And that is replay 2nd down, and it backs up the Golden Gophers even further. That is on number 56 in the offensive line, Curtis Dunlap Jr. for the Golden Gophers, who is the one who committed the offensive holding penalty. So this will bring Minnesota now to a 2nd and 32 with back-to-back penalties. They only had 1 penalty prior to the last 2 tonight. Ohio State with 5 as a team, Minnesota now with 3. Minnesota backed up at their own 17-yard line. Under 3 in the play clock to get the snap. Play action, Morgan passes across the middle. That is tipped, deflected, almost intercepted. Goes to the ground, incomplete. Overthrowing his intended wideout, Denzel Burke, the one who had the opportunity to pick it off, bobbled the ball as the ball was thrown a little bit behind him. And lucky there by Morgan that pass fell down to the ground, incomplete. So 3rd and 32 coming up from Minnesota, deep in their own territory. Ohio State yet to force a turnover tonight. Ball spotted at Minnesota's own 17. Morgan from the gun, Ibrahim lined up to the left. They will hand it off the draw to Ibrahim, and Ibrahim gets taken down for only a gain of 2. Puts him at the 19-yard line, and Ohio State with a massive defensive stop. Yeah, it's just one game. Ohio State hasn't lost a conference game, though, under head coach Ryan Day. Minnesota will punt this ball away, 4th and 28. Their punter, Mark Crawford, standing back at his own 5-yard line. He boots this ball away. Ohio State back to return, angles it, and they get it on the return. And tackled around the 43-yard line. Another penalty flag flies. We'll see this call again. Penalties are plenty lately. Hey, what's good? Alan on the stream. Welcome back in. All right, so Ohio State will take over coming up. 6:03 left to go in the third quarter. As we've gone to another break in between the action here. If you're new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for being a part here in the stream tonight. Majority of my content I usually do cover is actually college basketball and NBA games, but from time to time in the off-season, I do cover other sports like college football, NFL games. I've covered before quite a bit. I've covered a couple NASCAR races in there, same as MLB as well. Glad to have you guys be a part here once again. Ohio State will start off at their own 44-yard line in their next drive. Buckeyes had a great start to start off the third quarter. They started to go no-huddle offense, and it resulted in Chris Olave getting 2 receptions on their scoring drive to start off the third. As Ohio State recaptured the lead, it was 17-14. And now they have another chance to capitalize over here. What would I do if I ever go to Roanoke? I'm sure there's a lot of, parks over there, state parks over in Roanoke, so I'm sure I'll go tour some of those in the area. Never been there, but I've heard it's pretty nice out there. First and 10 for Ohio State as we're back to action. 5:20 left to go in the third. Stroud takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Launches deep down the middle. And he is open. Caught at the 15. Easy walk-in touchdown. A one play. One touchdown. Garrett Wilson. As he grabs the touchdown pass. And that is a 59-yard touchdown pass by Stroud over to Wilson. Just like that. That is 56 yards out from where they started. So 56-yard touchdown pass. Just like that. Wow. Ohio State back on top once again. One play, one TD from 56 yards out. The extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick, and it is through the uprights. Buckeyes. Once again, they are up by 3. They turn Minnesota's 3rd and long situation off the great field position to start at their own 44, and all it took was Stroud to go deep downfield with a ton of separation out there. hauling in the touchdown pass. Garrett Wilson, the junior for the Buckeyes, and they take the lead once again, 24-21. Just like that, the momentum of this game changed. Only 8 seconds off the clock. So Ohio State will boot this one away with Ruggles. Drifting back and fair catch caught at their own 1 yard line for Minnesota. They'll start off at their own 25. Yeah, good question. I never thought that there was. I just looked it up and there's one that I just came across on Yahoo. Interesting. 1st and 10 now for Minnesota. They start off this drive at their own 25. Morgan from the gun. He'll go the quarterback option to his right. He slips right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Oh, wow. So they haven't done... Okay, so Yahoo hasn't done it since 2019. So I'm not sure if there's like one of the top sites who hasn't done it. I just clicked on it. They haven't done it in 2 years. 2nd and 10 coming up from Minnesota. Ball spotted at their own 25. 2 wide to the left. 1 to the right. Morgan from the gun. He takes the snap. Hand off to Ibrahim. Burst of speed past the 30. Bulldozing his way forward for around a gain of 8. And this will bring up a 3rd and 2 now for Minnesota. What's good? Daniel on the stream. Welcome in. Muhammad Ibrahim, 25 rushes tonight for 148 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns for the senior ball carrier. What a game he has had. Potts under center here in the Wildcat. Watch out for an HB direct snap. Ibrahim will take himself up the middle and right at the 1st down marker. That'll be enough for the carry. Gain of 3, needed 2. 1st and 10. Minnesota now at their own 36. We've seen that a couple of times today. Morgan substituting out of the game in an HB direct snap by the Golden Gophers. Wow, 100-yard pick 6 by Boise State. That's crazy. 1st and 10 now for Minnesota. Ball spotted at their own 36. 2 wide to the left. Morgan from the gun. In the backfield to his left. He has got Ibrahim now lined up to his right. Morgan takes the snap. Hand off to Ibrahim towards the left, near the hashes. Ibrahim will carry for about a gain of 3, brings up a 2nd and 7. Minnesota at their own 39-yard line. 2.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Morgan from the gun, 2 wide to the right. Takes the snap, play action. Watch out for the pressure from behind. Ball's knocked loose. It's on the ground, and the Buckeyes recover. 20, 15, 10. Nobody to catch him. The big fella into the end zone off of the strip sack. Haskell Garrett with a touchdown for Ohio State. forced fumble, and the big man, defensive tackle number 92, Garrett, takes it in for 6. That is some big-time defense right there by the Buckeyes coming in from behind. Morgan had no clue what was coming in from behind, closing up on him. The slap of the football and into the hands of Garrett, and he takes it a distance. The snap to hold the extra point, it is up, and it is through the uprights. Ohio State back to a 10-point lead, 31-21. Their largest lead has been by 10-0 once they started off this game. It was number 9 who came in from behind for the Buckeyes. That is Zach Harrison. And then right into the hands, scooped up by Garrett, and he does the rest. It was tipped. Tipped ball, a little bit of help right as a gift. Merry early Christmas to Garrett, who takes in the rock into the end zone. $14 unanswered points right back by the Buckeyes. And they have done it to a really quick scoring span for Ohio State. That has lasted around a span of 15 seconds, scoring 2 touchdowns. Ohio State by 10 now. Booted kick goes to Minnesota, back in their own end zone, as they will fair catch it, and they'll start off again at their own 25. A struggling portion of today's game, though, for Minnesota. It's been through the pass. Only 6 completed passes by Tanner Morgan, and now down by 10. This time keeps on waning off the clock. 2:18 left to go in the third. Eventually, they will have to go to the pass in this game, especially if Ohio State does go up by 17 today. Right now, it's a 10-point game. Morgan, 6 for 13, 75 passing yards. Left corner fade to the end zone for a 19-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Wright. From the guns, Morgan at their own 25. Handoff up the middle to Ibrahim. He rushes for a round of gain of 3 in the carry. Takes it to the 28. This clock is pushing to the 2-minute portion of the third quarter and now under. So time is of essence here in this matchup. Morgan at his own 28-yard line will go from the gun, 2nd and long. Let's go one wide to the right and the left. In the backfield, lined up to the left of him is Ibrahim. Morgan takes the snap, looks towards his left, fires deep down the left sideline, and that is off the fingertips, broken up, intended for Mike Brown-Stevens. Great coverage by number 4 for the Buckeyes. LaJohn Cavazos, freshman redshirt corner, able to get the pass deflection, and this will bring up now a 3rd and long. Oh, rips it away from the arms of Brown-Stevens on the ground with a football. Brown-Stevens had it, and Cavazos with a hand in there, left hand, able to get in there and force the incompletion. Terrific defensive play. 3rd and 6 from Minnesota at their own 29-yard line. They go empty. Takes the snap, looks right, fires to the right, complete. Turns around at the 37 to the 41, 1st down. Completion of 12 yards to Trayson Potts, the running back lined up wide to his right. Moves the chains from Minnesota. Morgan now throwing 7 for 15 tonight through the air. 88 passing yards, passing touchdown. Potts gets his first catch for 13. Morgan from the gun. Lined up to his right is Ibrahim. 2 wide to the left. Under 1 minute left to go in the third. Morgan takes the snap. Hand off to Ibrahim. Breaks a tackle. Stumbles, though. And he gains about 1. It was Ronnie Hickman, the one to bring down Ibrahim. And Ibrahim, this is not good for Minnesota. Ibrahim is down. Muhammad Ibrahim, monster game. 30 carries for 163 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and this is not good. He is down as the clock stops with 37 seconds left. Ooh, Ibrahim took a big shot to the right shoulder off a spin move, evading Ronnie Hickman, and then Ibrahim just stumbles. If he was able to break that, he might have gone to the house. Hickman took him. Oh, yeah, that left foot, how it planted, that did not look too promising by Ibrahim. Oh, man. That did not look promising with a left foot. That does not look good. The turf monster. He tried to walk towards jog towards the sideline. He couldn't get back on his own power. So Ibrahim is now along the sideline, and this is not a good sign, as he is favoring that left ankle of his. Not a good sign for Minnesota. Now they're going to have to go through the air to get back into this game. They go running back draw, up the middle, stuffed for around a gain of 2 and a carry by Potts. Brings up a 3rd and long. And the clock will end the third quarter. So when we get back to action, Minnesota will have a 3rd and 7 coming up for the Golden Gophers. Ball spotted at their own 43-yard line coming up from Minnesota on the 3rd and long. So we close out the third quarter. Ohio State 14 straight unanswered as they are up 31-21. Yeah, I'm not sure myself there. I found that really odd, though, that Teague didn't get the start today. So this is an unfortunate sign for Minnesota currently. Number one, they've been struggling passing today. 7 for 15, 87 passing yards through the air by Tanner Morgan. As their strength has been through rushing. 179 as a team. 162 of those yards by Muhammad Ibrahim on 30 carries, and now he is down on the ground and yet to recheck into the game. It looked like a pretty serious injury, favoring his left ankle. Yeah, incredible turnaround for the Buckeyes there. That strip sack off the fumble recovery for the touchdown, that was massive there. And then the one-play touchdown catch by Garrett Wilson for 56. It's just like that. 2 plays just changes around the game. And that's exactly what has happened here. Ohio State gets back in the game trailing 21-17. And then just 2 plays. That was it. Opening down the left sideline for Wilson. And then the big strip sack fumble recovery to take it into the end zone. Yeah, feel free to let me know who you've got in this game, who you're rooting for, Ohio State or Minnesota. If you guys are new in the channel, glad to have you guys be a part on the stream tonight. If you're new here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified future live streams that I do cover. I do plan on being back tomorrow. It will be North Carolina versus Virginia Tech for tomorrow. So just changing between quarters, fourth quarter coming up for Minnesota. And this will be a 3rd and 7 for them at their own 44 when we do go back into action into this game. Ohio State with their secondary. It has been solid as far as pass deflections coming in. And getting multiple deflections in the second half. And without Ibrahim, this is quite of a concern for Minnesota now. That injury looked pretty serious. So Minnesota now going right to left. Empty 5 wide. 3 to the right, 2 to the left in the 3rd and 7. Ball spotted at their own 44. As we start off the fourth quarter. From the gun, takes the snap. Back to pass Morgan. Launches on the crossing route. That is complete 45. Stiff arm past midfield. And that is a first down. Gain of around 14 on the catch. It is Dylan Wright who receives his 5th catch of the game for Minnesota tonight for a total of 59 receiving yards. That is a massive play right there. First and 10, Minnesota. Ball at the Ohio State 44. They take the snap. Handoff up the middle. This gets blown up. Back of the line of scrimmage. Submerging on the tackle. Ronnie Hickman, sophomore safety. Along with Steele Chambers in there. Sophomore linebacker for the Buckeyes to clog it up and put Minnesota with no gain in the carry. I have no clue yet for week 2. Probably more of like an NFL game at night, most likely. As my girlfriend's birthday is on Friday that week. So I'm not sure if I'll be out on Saturday into Sunday. Screens the pass over 45-50 down the left sideline. First down to around the 31-yard line. That's a pickup around 13 on the catch, and they move the chains again for Minnesota. So able to get some passing plays downfield. There's a flag thrown, though. We'll check the penalty flag. This is on Minnesota. Illegal substitution. So it's going to back up Minnesota. Oh, wow. That game is at 4:25. Browns against Chiefs. So that's at 4:25. That's the same time as the Patriots against Dolphins. Handoff up the middle. That's about a gain of 1 in the carry. It will bring up a 2nd and long for Minnesota. Clock ticks under 13 minutes remaining in the 4th. Second and 13 now for the Golden Gophers. Ball spotted at the Buckeyes 32. Morgan from the gun. Potts lined up to the left as far as running back. Now lines up to the right of Morgan. One wide, both to the right and left. Morgan hands it off to Potts up the middle and takes it to the 30. He gets stuffed for a gain of 2 in a rush and brings up a 3rd and long. Under 12 minutes left to play. This clock keeps on running. Five for 11 tonight on 3rd downs from Minnesota. They will bring in a new running back coming in. Bryce Williams for the first time tonight for the Golden Gophers, lined up to the left on this 3rd and 10. At the 29 of Ohio State territory. 3 wide receivers lined up to the right side of the screen. Play clock under 5. Minnesota looking to take a timeout here as they will look to the sideline, and that's exactly what Morgan does. He jogs off the field, gets his Powerade, and a timeout taken by Minnesota. So the clock stops, 11:25 left to go, 4th quarter. Big play call coming up by Minnesota here. Ball spotted at the Ohio State 29-yard line. We remember what happened in this game in the 2nd quarter when the ball was spotted at the Minnesota 29-yard line. It resulted in a 56-yard rush by Muhammad Ibrahim, which later set up a touchdown pass. And that changed the entire course of this game. Yeah, I would actually like to see that if cheerleading was an Olympic sport. Darts. That would be interesting. I think dodgeball should be an Olympic sport. I used to play in the dodgeball league a couple of years ago, and they had a travel team that some of my friends from the dodgeball league had played in. It was USA against Canada. They went up, I think they went up to like upstate New York to play in the tournament, and there were different countries competing in, like Team USA, Team Canada. I think there was Team Australia who competed in it. So all different types of countries that did the dodgeball tournament, and that I feel like they should get that to be an Olympic sport. That's a lot of strategy goes into dodgeball, like more than you can think, because it's not like when you usually play at the gym, it's usually about who can whip the ball the fastest or so, like people constantly whipping balls at each other. But when you play against actual competition for dodgeball, where players can jump, they can block, they can throw the same speed as you, then you have to go into strategy, and there's a ball limit. I think you can only have like 5 balls per side, so you have to pick your opponent who you're going for and pin them and try to get them out. Because for actual like regulation dodgeball, that's what they do, because everybody is able to jump and dive and be able to escape live balls being thrown at them. I think they were, because I heard a couple of years ago, they were trying to make a push for it, possibly for 2028. What's good, Raymond? Welcome to stream. Glad to have you in the channel here from Raleigh. Yeah, that's right. Badminton, Olympic sport. So Minnesota will have the ball coming up. This is going to be the biggest play of the game for the Golden Gophers right now. 11:25 remaining, 4th quarter. Minnesota down by 10, and the ball spotted at the Ohio State 29-yard line. This is a 3rd and 10. They need to get to the 19 for the first down sticks. From the gun, Morgan, as he has a 3rd and 10 at the Ohio State 29, takes a snap, and they go handoff towards the right side, past the 30, and this gets blown up for about a gain of 2. Sniffs it out, Ryan Watts, freshman redshirt corner. He was there to make the tremendous open field tackle and ensure that this will be a 4th down coming up. It's that type of play call right there that's question marks all over. Minnesota elects to run on a rush towards the right side and get a gain of 1 out of it. And now it will result in a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. The snap to hold, this kick is up and this sails through the uprights. That is good. Minnesota settles for a field goal. And Ohio State scored the last 2 touchdowns in the span of 15 seconds as the Buckeyes will have the ball back 31-24 with 10:39 left to go in the fourth. If you're new in the stream here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me today. Special live stream covering college football here. Number 4 ranked Ohio State taking on Minnesota. And we'll do a little bit of a recap of this game today. Ohio State jumped out to a 10-0 lead. It was the first rushing touchdown, gain of 71 down the right sideline. Second play of the drive by Mayan Stevens for the Buckeyes, put them up 7-0. And then they got a field goal off of a shortened territory, off of a Minnesota punt. And then Minnesota got on the board. They gambled on a 4th and 1 at their own 29-yard line, resulted in a Muhammad Ibrahim 56-yard rush downfield, which eventually set up a touchdown. Tanner Morgan on the pass, left corner of the end zone to Dylan Wright. He leads the way with 5 catches for 57 yards, put the game to be 10-7 at the moment in the early second quarter. And then it was after that Minnesota who scored another touchdown. It was off a deflected pass that Minnesota got an interception, took it inside the Ohio State 30, and later cashed it in for a touchdown by a Muhammad Ibrahim rush at the goal line. Minnesota was up 14-10. That's how the game went into halftime. Golden Gophers by 4. Ohio State starts off with a touchdown to start off on a tremendously executed no-huddle drive to start things off in the third quarter going downfield. It was Chris Olave who got the touchdown grab for 38 yards, put Ohio State up again with a lead 17-14. Minnesota came roaring back, though. Another touchdown rush by Muhammad Ibrahim off to the races as he put Minnesota up 21-17. Ohio State 14 points straight after that. It was, for the Buckeyes, 1 play and a 56-yard touchdown pass from Stroud to Garrett Wilson, which took the lead back 24-21, and then a strip sack for a fumble recovery for a touchdown for Ohio State, which put them up 31-21, and then Minnesota just tacked on the field goal. So that's the scoring that we've gone through so far in this game as we get back to action. Minnesota draws within 7. Ohio State about to receive this kick as we got 10:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. This is a full-packed stadium here at TCF Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, despite the rain. It is a fully packed stadium for their season opener. The rain just keeps on pouring down. It's intensifying too. So Minnesota boots this football away. And Ohio State will let it go deep into their own end zone as the Buckeyes will take over starting at their own 25. We see the drive summary. Olave with a 38-yard touchdown catch. Ibrahim, 19-yard touchdown run. Garrett Wilson, 1 play, 56-yard reception touchdown. Haskell Garrett, 32-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown on the last TD for Ohio State, which put them up by 10. Minnesota with a field goal to cut this to a 7-point game. Ohio State's offense comes back out. C.J. Stroud, 11 completions, 19 attempts, 163 through the air today with 2 touchdown passes, 1 pick as we start off Ohio State's drive with 10:39 left to go. Ball at their own 25. Stroud from the gun. He takes the snap, handoff up the middle on the carry, breaks a tackle to the 30, knockdown, gain of 5 in the rush as that goes to Travion Henderson, freshman running back. T-Squared, welcome to the stream here. Not a good sign for the running back from Minnesota, Muhammad Ibrahim, seen walking back to the locker room with a left walking boot on. He is finished today for 30 carries with 162 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Impressive by him, but unfortunate as he was part of the turf monster that took him down. Flushed out to his right off a botch snap. That is down the right sideline. And the pass will fall. Says by the official here, it will be incomplete, out of bounds. Down the right sideline, Wilson couldn't get a foot in bounds, and it will bring up a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 from their own 30. Takes the snap, screens it out to the left. That's complete past the 30. Left side, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He's off to the races. This will be a touchdown by the freshman, Travion Henderson, as he takes it a distance. 70-yard touchdown pass in the screen. From C.J. Stroud to Travion Henderson, putting a 40-burger. Or 37 on the board for Ohio State as they lead it. It is 37-24. Obviously, the scoreboard, if you're watching on TV, that is not the correct score. That is not a 40-burger. That's 37. Minnesota's defense out on the screen. Everybody all over the place. So many gaps all open the field. And Henderson, 70 yards in the screen to the house. Extra point up and through. Buckeyes lead it 38-24. They got the wrong score on the broadcast. They had 41 on the broadcast. It's 38 if you're watching. Major play right there. On the 3rd down. A screen that goes to perfection, 70 yards for the touchdown. Stroud tonight, 12 for 21, 233 through the air, 3 touchdown passes. That is the longest reception of the game. 1 catch for 70. So we have 9:43 left to go in the 4th quarter, and this is 21 unanswered points by Ohio State in a scoring span on those 3 touchdowns of about 2 minutes or less. The first 2 touchdowns were in a span of 15 seconds. And then that last drive took a minute 42. 5 plays, 90. Oh, 1 second here. Correction, 56. So it's not even been 2 minutes. It's been just over a minute for the last 3 touchdowns combined. That is crazy. 56 seconds, 3 plays, 75 yards on that drive, resulting in a 70-yard touchdown pass off the screen to the freshman running back Travion Henderson. So obviously right now, time is not in the favor of Minnesota, and neither has been the passing game today. Tanner Morgan's only completed 9 passes, 114 yards to the air. Ibrahim has left the game in a walking boot on his left foot. He carried it for 30 carries and 162 rushing yards. And Minnesota rush heavy as they have attempted 45 rushes to only 17 passes tonight. This is a troubling spot now for the Golden Gophers at home, down by 14. The rain is pouring, and down by 2 touchdowns, largest deficit in the game. Difficult for them to get back considering all the circumstances right now. Their top star down. Ineffective with a passing game throughout most of the night tonight. And then Ohio State in their passing game, it is starting to click recently. And Minnesota's defense has been seeing a lot of gaps out there recently. This will be a fair catch at the 5-yard line, and Minnesota will take over starting at their own 25. 9:43 left to go. Hey, appreciate it, Malika. I should be back tomorrow. Feel free to join me back tomorrow for North Carolina versus Virginia Tech, covering another game tomorrow. So from the gun, Minnesota starts off at their own 25. Morgan takes the snap, handoff towards the right side 30. Stiff arm around the 35. That should be enough for the first down rush by Potts as he got dragged down by Proctor. And it will be rush of 10 on the carry from Minnesota, and they move the chains. So still going to the rush to start off for the Golden Gophers, which time has ticked down to under 9.5 minutes remaining. One wide boat to the right and left side. Morgan takes the snap, play action, looks left, fires across the middle, and the crosser complete. Past midfield to the 45. First down catch. As that goes to Daniel Jackson, sophomore wideout. As he gets that reception, that will be catch number 2 for him today. As the clock ticks up, under 9 minutes left to go. 2 catches for 35 tonight. That was a catch for 20. He had a catch of 15 prior. Morgan from the shotgun formation takes the snap. Mazzone, 44-yard line. Handoff towards the right side. Nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage as Potts brings up a 2nd and 10. The clock keeps on ticking down with all these rushing plays by Minnesota. 47 rushes on the ground tonight by the Golden Gophers compared to just 18 passing attempts. 2 wide this time to the right, same as the left. In the backfield lined up to his left is Potts, the running back. Morgan takes the snap, looks right, and now he'll scramble. Slides past the 40, down at the 38 as he gives himself up, and it will bring up a 3rd down situation for Minnesota at the Ohio State 38. Clock ticks to around 7.5 minutes remaining now in the 4th. Morgan goes from the gun, 2 wide, lined up to the left side. Morgan takes the snap. Back to pass. Fires across the middle. That's complete at the 27. Dragged down around the 26. First down catch complete. It goes to the tight end, Span Ford, who moves the chains for the Golden Gophers. And now this is where they got to hurry it up. 7:06 left to go in the 4th. Ohio State has an injured player downfield. This will stop time. So time stops in favor of Minnesota. There's an injured player down in the field for Ohio State. And we are going to take a break from the action now. 7:06 left to go in the 4th. Minnesota striking 38-24. Minnesota is getting closer and closer inside the red zone coming up. As they have it. The 1st and 10 coming up, they'll have it at the 26 of Ohio State. Yeah, we'll have to see there, Vaughn. I used to play dodgeball a few years ago. Used to play all different types of dodgeball. Dodgeball in the gym, beach dodgeball at Narragansett Beach in Rhode Island. So we had a lot of fun. We used to have like tournaments over there. So right now we're just in a timeout. Glad to have you guys be a part of the stream tonight. If you're new on the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, on this special live stream. The majority of my content that I do cover is actually basketball games, play-by-play of NBA and college basketball. But from time to time, I do cover other sports, special live streams of football. Also, I've covered baseball as well quite a bit. A couple NASCAR streams in there. I've also covered lacrosse, too. Might cover some U.S. Open for tennis coming up, too. It's really not a good sign with Mohamed Ibrahim going down. It looked like a pretty severe injury from what's going on right now. So I'm right on Twitter during the break. I'm looking at Twitter to see that injury. A lot of speculation that it could be a ruptured Achilles. That is just unfortunate there. If it is for Ibrahim, sending my thoughts and prayers out to him. Is that is difficult. He was coming in as one of the top running backs for this upcoming season, potential Heisman candidate as well. Minnesota carries it, 2nd down and 8 as they take it to the 24, gain of 2. As we are back in, 6:20 and counting down remaining in the 4th quarter. Minnesota with the ball spotted at the Ohio State 24. Morgan from the gun. He's got Potts lined up in the backfield to his left. One wide, both to the right and left side. 6 minutes left to go. Time just keeps on ticking down. 10 on the play clock right now. Morgan takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Fires left corner to the end zone and couldn't track the ball. That's incomplete. Little bit overthrown, intended for Daniel Jackson, sophomore wide receiver. And this will bring up now a 3rd and 8 for Minnesota at Ohio State's 24. Placed it right shy of the pylon at the 1-yard line. I think the ball might have been lost by Jackson looking up, trying to track it back. Yeah, hopefully not. It looked like a pretty bad injury. That was just really difficult to see. Really send my thoughts and prayers out to him as this snap gets taken. Fires across the middle. That's complete to the 5. Powering his way to the 3-yard line on the catch. That is a catch of 21 yards, and it will be a 1st and goal. This time they go to Jackson, and he makes the catch. Minnesota goes hurry up. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield, they have one lined up Right to the right. Rush up the middle. That is a touchdown carry. Bryce Williams Jr., redshirt running back for Minnesota, scores for 6. And the Golden Gophers draw themselves winning 8. 5:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. Extra point coming up for Trickett. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's through the middle. That is good. Back winning 7 once again for the Golden Gophers, 38-31 on their home field tonight at TCF Bank Stadium. Ohio State about to get this kickoff with 5:31 left to play. Once again, really solid catch by Daniel Jackson to keep this drive going on a crossing route. Up the middle of the field, there was a gain of 21, and next play it set up the rushing touchdown. Draw up the middle to Bryce Williams, takes it in for 6. So Minnesota once again making this game interesting. We have 5.5 left remaining. That scoring drive went on for 9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock for Minnesota. And Morgan had a great drive. He went 3 for 4, 67 yards through the air on the last drive. And the pass that he missed was one that Jackson looked like he lost in the lights in the left corner fade to the goal line. This kick will go into the end zone. Buckeyes will take over starting at their own 25. We'll have to see right there, Vaughn. I guess only time will tell. Yep, Vaughn can't wait for Sam Howell and UNC tomorrow. 1st and 10 from their own 25 for Ohio State. Buckeyes still have 3 timeouts remaining. Minnesota with 2 left. Stroud from the gun. Tosses to the left side. 25 takes it. Bouncing off a tackler down the left sideline. First down at the 35. Moving it forward for about a gain of 14 out of bounds at the 39-yard line. And a carry as that goes to Miyan Williams, the freshman, having a great game tonight. Got a rushing touchdown in the first drive. He's got now 9 carries for 125 on the ground. Ohio State at their own 39-yard line. Under 5 minutes left to go, looking to chunk off the clock. From the gun, takes a snap. Play action, rolls out to his right. Stroud on the run, throws. That's complete, wide open at the 40 downfield. 30, down the right sideline, 25-20. Sees the opening. Second touchdown of the game goes to Chris Olave for Ohio State with a touchdown catch of 61 yards. Buckeyes go up again by 13. 2-play drive. Soft coverage, nobody there. Did he step out of bounds? Let's see. Down the sideline. That is close. Tiptoes. Both of his feet were in bounds. Wow. Managed to keep that foot in bounds and then put a move on his defender. And just Minnesota, 4 players ended up chasing him from behind. As Ohio State with beautiful blocks upfield with a TD catch. So Ohio State difference in this game in the second half. If they have scored now. In the second half total. That is 34 points total in the second half. For Ohio State currently, it's the passing offense taking shots downfield. 2 touchdown catches using Olave more to their advantage. And the referees confirm. Call has been confirmed on the field. That is an Ohio State touchdown with 4:39 remaining. Minnesota's defense in the secondary getting ripped to shreds in the second half. The snap, the hold, the kick, and this is up by Ruggles, and it's through the uprights. Puts up the Buckeyes again by 14. 45-31 to score, Ohio by 2 touchdowns. Ohio State 2-touchdown lead as these scoring plays have took off the last 4 touchdowns for Ohio State. They've taken off less than a minute off the clock. That is phenomenal for the last 4 touchdowns. Resulting in a 1-play drive, a strip sack for a touchdown recovered. The previous one before that, which resulted in a 3-play drive and a screen pass for 70 yards for a touchdown. And then this play for 61 yards. So chunk plays all over the place by the Buckeyes out of the second half. 56-yard touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson. 32-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown by Haskell Garrett. Travion Henderson, 70-yard screen pass, takes it in for 6. And then Chris Olave, 61-yard touchdown catch. So those are the last 4 drives for Ohio State, all lasting under a minute long. As Minnesota goes fair catch, 4:39 left to go. And they'll go back onto the field. Yeah, Minnesota hung in there. It's difficult when their star running back went down. Really tough. Because they rely so heavy on the run. And that just took them out of this game. Because a lot of times gone off the clock. Still, they've been running the football. It's downpouring out. The running comparison today, 50 carries by Minnesota compared to just 21 passes. Now they'll need to go through the air. They're down by 2 touchdowns. Morgan from the gun, starting off at their own 25. Takes the snap, play action, flushes out towards his right, throws on the run downfield, and that is incomplete. Looking to the far right sideline for Daniel Jackson, and it goes too far right out of bounds. Once again from the gun for Minnesota, 2nd and 10. Running back lined up to the left of Morgan is Wiley, number 1. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Morgan takes a snap. Play action, passes across the middle, and that is a diving catch, and it is indeed complete. Gain of 13 in the catch to the 38-yard line, Minnesota territory. That catch goes down by Mike Brown-Stevens, sophomore redshirt wideout. They go hurry up for Minnesota. Morgan takes a snap. Play action. Looks right. Fires to the right side. Broken up. Incomplete. Intended for right. Broken up by Denzel Burke. Freshman corner. Stops the clock with 4:05 left to play. Morgan from the gun takes a snap, play action. Back to pass in the pocket, launches deep down the center of the field. That's complete in the crosser. Big collision, the ball comes out. This play will be ruled down. Massive collision on the field as Mike Brown-Stevens is slow to get up as the clock ticks under 4 minutes remaining. Stopped at 3:59. Will this be a completed catch? Let's see. Brown-Stevens, boom, takes a huge hit. It was bobbled. Wow. Number 12 for Ohio State with a helmet. That was helmet into the right. Ooh, yeah. Helmet into the right side of the helmet. That was a dropped ball. Did not come down with it cleanly on the ground. Mack truck type of head-on collision right there. Yikes. That was in the secondary. Lathan Ransom, number 12. The one who put on the helmet-to-helmet hit to Brown-Stevens. I did not see a flag on that play. There was no flag that came up. What's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream here. Really appreciate you guys for joining in today. We have 3:59 remaining. The refs are discussing this right now. There was no flag initially thrown when the start of this play occurred. I think they're taking a look whether this was clear helmet to helmet. That is just a massive hit. Ouch. Major helmet to helmet contact. So that's what they're looking at right now. That's clearly helmet right into the right back side. Should be 15 on the penalty, but they're still looking at this one right now. As we see it from all angles, man, that's just, it's scary. Those types of plays, never mind the one that's receiving it, it's just terrible. So this is a review for targeting. We have under 4 minutes left to play as play in the game has been stopped. If you're new in the stream here, make sure you hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified of future live streams that I do cover. Majority of my content I usually do cover is actually basketball games, college basketball I cover a good amount, and also NBA games on the channel. But I do cover in the off season a lot of different other types of sports. Football for NFL, college, and then I've also covered baseball quite a bit too. Ransom just came in with a massive hit, helmet to helmet, knocked him out. For number 22, Brown-Stevens was the one who got knocked out for Minnesota. Hey, appreciate you guys for being a part here of the channel. That was... Okay, so what just happened there, I believe it was an incomplete pass for Ohio State. I get the volume turned all the way down. Minnesota, obviously. So there was no targeting call whatsoever. And obviously the coach, PJ Fleck from Minnesota, he is frustrated about that. That was clearly, once we saw on the replay, we watched multiple times, helmet to helmet, the back right side of the helmet. And the wide receiver for Minnesota got knocked out. So no targeting on that play. They let Ransom stay in the game. And now Ohio State, the ref said, recovered the football. They had said it was a fumble. So out of all of that, Ohio State recovered a football on a pass that looked like it was definitely targeting by Ohio State. They recovered a fumble, and now Ohio State has the ball coming up on a rush with 1. It's a 2nd and 9. Ball spotted at their own 42-yard line. Wow. From the gun, time ticking off the clock. Stroud takes the snap, handoff for about a gain of 1 to the left side of the field. So that is sophomore running back Marcus Crowley who got the carry. So the clock ticks under 3 minutes remaining. Yeah, really shocking call right there. I can't believe it. A wide receiver got knocked out. Didn't look like he took the steps needed for that catch. Well, he had it and then bobbled it. I didn't think he took the steps needed at all for that to be a fumble. 3rd and 7. Ohio State goes for a passing play and they stop off the clock. Stroud just throws it out of bounds. There's a flag down though. We'll see. It's an offsides call. Free play. That's why. Minnesota offsides, free play. And this will bring up now a 3rd and 2. Moves the ball at 5. So ball spotted just shy of midfield for Ohio State. 2:32 left to go on the clock. From the gun, takes a snap, handoff. Up the middle, enough for the first down. Powers his way forward to the 45. That is a rush by Marcus Crowley, sophomore running back. It results in a 7-yard gain, first down. Time ticking, under 2 minutes left to go. Ohio State with a 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Minnesota 44. Takes the snap from the gun. Handoff up the middle again. Crowley moving forward for about a gain of 2 in a rush. Yeah, that was shocking all around. I can't believe that. That was a massive hit. You could clearly see the Minnesota wide receiver got knocked out, and that was just mind-boggling. Minute 15 left to go, 2nd and 8. Still 15 seconds on the play clock as this clock just keeps on ticking down. Ohio State will get the snap just north of 1 minute remaining in the game. Stroud from the gun, takes the snap, handoff in the draw, up the middle again. About a gain of 1 on the rush to the 41 of Minnesota territory. That is Crowley who gets the carry. Minnesota, 2 timeouts remaining, will not elect to take one, down by 2 touchdowns. And Ohio State will have 1 play left to go. It will be a 3rd and 7, 14-second differential between play clock and game clock. Third and 7 from the Minnesota 40. From the gun, takes the snap. Handoff on the draw, up the middle, takes it to around the 35, powering forward for an extra 5 in the rush, and that will be the ball game. It wasn't easy tonight by Ohio State, but the last 4 touchdowns they scored all resulted in touchdowns scored in less than 1 minute. As the Buckeyes overcome a 14-10 first half deficit to score 35 points in the second half and to win this game tonight. It's gone final 45 Ohio State to 31 to Minnesota. Thanks so much, everybody, for being a part on the stream tonight. Before I do sign off, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams that I do cover. Majority of my content that I usually cover is college basketball games. Also, I do cover NBA, but from time to time I cover college football, NFL, baseball I've covered before too. I've covered a little bit of NASCAR. I've covered lacrosse before as well. Feel free to join me tomorrow night. I plan on being back earlier start time tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern time. It will be North Carolina, number 10 ranked North Carolina, taking on Virginia Tech tomorrow for some college football play-by-play once again. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. Before I do wrap up, we're going to do the channel members. If anybody would like to become a channel member, it's as low as $1.99 per month to do so. What it gets you is shout-outs at the end of every single one of my live streams for channel members, as we got about 40 channel members. I'll get a shout out each and every single one of my live streams, as we have Jason, Aaron, Manenhades, Cindy, Rajeep, Old Ed Deuce, Russell, D-Block, CW2K, BP Greg, James, Magic, Oreo Pudding, Razor, Bino White, Mark, Kelly, Mike, Rashad, John, Jessica, Barco, Stephanie, Ahino Josa, Alkian GFR 90, Maurice, Christian, Keith, Woody, Warren, Kit Lorenz, Pamela, Oscar, Isaiah, I Am Ghost. We got a member here from Taiwan, Dawn, Mr. Mundre, Alden, and Abdu Rahman. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part on the stream. Ohio State winners tonight on the road, 45-31 the finals. They scored 4 straight touchdowns in less than a minute span. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.